If I'm in second place and you pass me, what place are you in?
First.
First place.
Yes.
I'm in second place and you pass me. Well, how would you be in first place?
Because I passed you. I passed you, so I'm in first.
I'm in second place, though.
Congratulations. Now I'm in first because I passed you. I passed you. Are we running? Are we driving? It doesn't matter. I passed you. I'm in first.
Legend status, ask about the name. I've been putting in work, collecting, fuck the fame. Up in the stat while they watching the 10 in the game. Either you in it or just a critic, man, we ain't the same. I'm focused on making this history into my top 5. List is listing me. I never got an L on pass, this ain't no breeze. I had to make the work outlast. The bill of steam is different degrees. And know I do this here with the ease. It never been easy, slim, just keep one up the sleeve. I saw a few that had the passion succumb to the greed, but I keep forward here. The goal is near the song. It's more for ears that know what's still to come. I walked inside the fire, no weapon form. Then looked inside the eye, withstood the storm. But I know temptation waits for years and all.
It's a lot of money on the line for this. If we get everybody jumping in the crowd, my partner said he probably put somebody in the ground for this. We used to talk about it, but I leave it now. Now I need $100,000 for my confidence. $100,000 for my confidence.
Look, everybody got prices and other vices. I took a chance through the dices and got a nice hit. Was on the clock with security running the night shift. And then I got a DM or some change your life shit. Then I wait for it and then I pray for it. I just be hoping it ain't telling what I paid for it. They say you never be as pure as your first form. And sights never be as clear as you first saw 'em. That's why I'm elevating and constantly meditating. Gotta keep my mind right, not waiting on hindsight. I never sacrifice.
Man, good afternoon. Happy 420 family. What's good? I see the cynical one in the building. Chakra King Black in the building as well. Got to get a quick rant going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, playoffs going on. The Knicks are about to play. I see you, Bridget. Shout out to Bridget. She reminding everybody, make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in. Share the stream. Support the stream through Cash App, Super Chat, Super Thanks. This is a 420 rant, and we'll also be doing a little commentary too, because as you can see, a lot of these niggas, Lord and Savior President Trump has now signed an executive order granting access to psychedelic drugs, aka mushrooms, aka acid. Okay? All types of other hallucinogens and shit. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, the reason why I'm ranting about this shit is because we'll see if his ass start to follow that shit up with a bunch of pardons and shit like that. Okay? Because what a lot of people don't understand is that when they be making this shit like legal and all of that other stuff, they really just doing this shit for a couple of reasons, but it's mainly so that number one, they can make a bunch of money. Okay, that way they could tax shit that before they really wasn't able to really put them heavy taxes on and shit. And also so that they could put your street level dealers out of business. I know everybody cheering and all of that other shit. It's like, man, nah, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. So what's up? What you gonna do now? You know? Now you guys are gonna see when I do this commentary exactly who had President Trump do this shit. Was able to just place a phone call. Now it must be nice to have to be like a YouTube personality, a social media influencer, and just have the president of the United States in your motherfucking phone. It was Joe Rogan. What up, Mr. Center of the World? You know what I'm saying? Salute, Royce. But yeah, Joe Rogan that gave the suggestion to grant access to psychedelics. Now, he even makes sure that he explains exactly why a lot of that shit was either made illegal or access to it was tough in the first place. He said straight up, this shit was to combat the civil rights movement. It was to combat the civil rights movement. And now, all of a sudden, this shit is legal. You see, it really doesn't matter what administration is in place. Whether it's the Biden administration, whether it's the Trump administration, even if it was going to be the Harris administration or the Clinton administration. Notice this shit. All of this shit that used to be criminal issues and degenerate issues, now all of a sudden they're treatment issues, they're medical issues. Once they realize exactly who's on that shit. Yeah. Make America great again. Make the drugs that these crackers are on legal. Yeah, man. What up, Trinity? Trinity, as she always says it, you know, she is first. So, gotta play her little clip. You know what's up.
If I'm in second place and you pass me, what place are you in?
First.
First place.
Yes.
I'm in second place and you pass me. Well, how would you be in first place?
Because I passed you. I passed you, so I'm in first.
I'm in second place, though.
Congratulations. Now I'm in first because I passed you. I passed you. Are we running? Are we driving? It doesn't matter. I passed you. I'm in first.
Yeah. You know how that goes. Trinity is always first, even when she's not. Y'all know how it goes. What's up, Bomb? Yeah. What other president used an executive order to make drugs legal? Well, apparently what they're saying is these aren't even drugs. Yeah, that's what the fuck they saying. These aren't even drugs. It's just fungus. That's it. It's just fungus. Mushrooms and shit. That's the way they moving, Bomb. Hold up, I gotta make sure the right folks got mod sticks. I got you, Bomb. Give me a second. I'm gonna show y'all in just a moment. I'm about to break down this content. Let me just pull that shit up. I don't know why I can't even see. Hold up. I don't know what the hell going on. Okay, there you go. Because he's criminal. Hey, most of these presidents do criminal shit. Most of them do. It's just extremely annoying that when these shits are in the hands of black folks, they're always degenerate issues, just like it was with weed, and a bunch of other shit, you know, blow, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And this is fitting for 420. Those shits are criminal issues when they primarily busting black folks for this shit. But as soon as, you know what I'm saying, some white folks is like, hey man, we be getting fucked up. We be on acid. We be on mushrooms. We like getting. We love it when all of the cartoon characters and shit, fucking Goofy and Daffy and goddamn Mickey Mouse and shit, come and see us and talk to us and just hang out all fucking day and all goddamn weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's what it is. They're like, no, well, in that case, shit, ain't no criminal issue. It must be a treatment issue. You know, must be a treatment issue. What up, Kickback Queen? Let me pull this shit up. Give me a second here. But yeah, that is the game. Now, this is just amazing how I see what you call it. Joe Rogan in the Oval Office, in the fucking Oval Office, talking about shrooms like this shit is just necessary to give everybody access to this shit. I'm telling you, man. They wasn't lying when they said, man, the government is going to be your fucking drug dealers, man. They want to sell you all of this shit. And if they don't want to sell it directly to you, they damn sure want to make sure that they get a cut on it. Now, I know everybody's going to be like, oh, well, that's great. You should decriminalize. Nah, motherfucker. Nah. Not unless you're about to give up all of these goddamn pardons and shit, or you about to pay out the people, you know what I'm saying, the family members and the loved ones of those that actually had to go through their treatment without this shit. But they're not going to do that. They're just not. Give me a second, man. I'm still looking for this shit. There we go. It's crazy.
With one dose of Ibogaine, more than 80% of people are free of that addiction. With 2 doses, it's more than 90%. I sent him that information.
Well, let me start this shit from the beginning. Because they giving a full round of applause because now, you know what I'm saying, these Caucasian folks are able to get their fucking drugs. They just loving this shit, man.
I want to tell everybody how this happened. I sent President Trump some information. We have a gigantic opiate problem in this country, obviously.
No shit. You have a gigantic opiate problem. Okay? Because once the insurance companies and shit realize that they could prescribe that shit to everybody for every goddamn thing, a fucking toothache, okay? A little bit of back pain, you know, anything. Depression, you know, you just put everybody on fucking dope. Now all of a sudden you got a fucking opioid fucking problem. It is now a medical issue. But what people like to forget about, before there was the crack era, there was the smack era. They didn't there was only there wasn't an opiate problem then. There was a war on drugs then. Okay? There was a war on motherfucking drugs. Now all of a sudden, yeah, this is a medical issue. This shit is amazing.
I want to tell everybody how this happened. I sent President Trump some information. We have a gigantic opiate problem in this country, obviously. In 2024, more than 80,000 people died of overdoses. It's a horrible number. And there's more than 5 million people that are addicted to opiates right now in this country. With one dose of Ibogaine, more than 80% of people are free of that addiction. With 2 doses, it's more than 90%. I sent him that information. The text message came back sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it.
Yeah, sounds great. You want FDA approval? That's what motherfucking Trump said. Yo, you want FDA approval? Like, yo, I'll just give you that shit. So that tells you what type of time the FDA is on, yo. Like, fuck it. They'll approve anything. Just because you see some shit FDA approved, that don't mean that shit's safe. The president just said that shit on the fucking phone. Yo, what the fuck? You want FDA approval? I got you. I got you. Yo. We're gonna get you FDA approval so that you motherfuckers can eat fungus and trip the fuck out. Oh Lord. And some funny ass shit. I gotta spend the block on that shit, man. Cause he spends a little bit of this talking about like Iran. I'm like, I think this shit is just funny. Like right in time for 420, he signs an executive order for psychedelic drugs.
Information. The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it. It was literally that quick. These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful. They're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration.
And they think that shit funny, man. Like, bro, I'm sorry, I got to spin that shit back one more time. So that, yes, so they can make money off shrooms. You are absolutely right, Bomb. So that they can make money off mushrooms. And all types of fucking acid and shit like that too. Because keep in mind, this is psychedelic drugs. No, that's the smoke screen. They want you to think that shit just mushroom. Now, hey, that'll also fucking Molly and fucking ecstasy, and you know they'll come up with some other name for it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But those fall into the category of psychedelics as well. Anything you could trip the fuck off of. Or trip on. You know? But notice, they think that shit funny. When he said, hey, you want FDA approval? That quick. Ha 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 ha. Giggle giggle kiki. Ha ha. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is the FDA approving shit based on?
The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it. It was literally that quick. These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful. They're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration. They did it to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. It's not because these drugs harm people. And for 56 years,
boom. To target the anti-war movement. Somebody, man, was that you, Royce, in the chat that put that shit in there earlier? Yeah, they trying to bring the 60s back. You know, and the 70s back. You know, they did it to target the fucking hippies. You know? And the civil rights movement. Because what a lot of people don't understand, and this is how a lot of movements go in this nation, you know, a lot of different changes and shit like that. This shit be backed by fucking, by dope money. And that's what it was. You know, a lot of the civil rights movement, what a lot of people don't want to admit, that shit was backed by dope money. It was backed by dope money and it was backed by gambling money. I'm going to do a stream about that. I'm not sure if it'll be later on this week because I'm kind of backed up when it comes to a lot of shit. But keep in mind, all of this lottery shit that you got going on in these different states, especially in the Northeast and shit, believe it or not, they did that shit to put your number runners out of business, primarily black folks. Because they was making hella dough with the numbers racket. You know? Hella dough. So y'all be wondering why there's such a huge wealth gap in the black community, but a lot of these immigrants and shit are able to come up here, build skylines like the Miami fucking skyline and shit, and get right into politics and shit, because they're able to just do illegal shit forever. Until they get political backing and influence and all of that shit. And then as soon as yo black asses do that shit, boom, there's a war on it. They got to crack down on this shit. Notice that.
We've lived under those terrible conditions. We're free of that now. We're free of that now. Thanks to all these people that we see next to me, and thanks to President Trump.
So now your kids, your grandkids are going to be able to trip legally. Legally.
We all respect Joe, and it's a little bit more liberal than that's okay. I have a lot of friends that are liberal.
What's up, Irby?
Joe is an amazing guy, and he wrote me a little note about this, and I had it checked out. I didn't just do it. I had it checked out. I went to Bobby and Oz. I went to some of the people that work for you, Real Pros, and everybody came back with the same answer. Normally they'll come back, because this happens a lot. I have a couple of them like that where they're not sure. It's like, it goes two ways. This thing, everybody thought it was incredible. And I told...
No, the war on drugs is not over. War on drugs is not over. It's just, it's only over if they bust white people with the shit. Or if insurance companies aren't able to pay out, and have, they call it medicine now. They're not drugs. They're medicine. This is a medical issue now. It's no longer a criminal issue.
Bobby, I said, Bobby, let's just do it. And
just trust me though. The government about to make money off this shit. However, they either gonna make money off that shit by selling it directly to you. That's it. Hey, go straight to the plug. They're gonna become the plug. Or they're just going to lock your ass up and go back to getting their money out of you the old-fashioned way. Through free, cheap, slave, prison labor. Whatever. Ain't nothing. They're going to do just what the fuck they did with that damn 90s crime bill and shit. And just say, well, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. The hard stuff. The crack. The rocks, yeah, you're going to get a whole lot of years for that. But the soft stuff, the powder, yeah, that's nothing. You just pay a little fine, you're good. You're good. It's a treatment issue. It's all good. Because they know who got the hard and who got the soft. They know what the fuck is up with that shit.
Get Oz involved, and it's going to get done so quickly. And you guys did a great job. Would you like to say something, Oz?
Mr. President, I want to thank Matt Zord, who's hiding in the back there, who actually on Sunday wrote a draft for this. You already thanked Heidi and Kelly, but Susie Wiles makes everything run here. This was an unimaginable task in 1 week to be able to go from a series of connections and communications with Joe Rogan through the honey badger of them all, Bobby Kennedy, who said, we're not going to stop. We didn't start calling everyone down the pike. Steph Spear's been involved, and Chris Klump, who's been doing a fantastic job helping run everything in great efficiency, made something. And I just want to emphasize this. This is an entire paradigm shift away from a one-day-a-pill model, which has failed so many. And to the many who are drug resistant that Joe just spoke to, this offers them a way of getting out of that rut. The question now is, can we study why it works to understand it better, to use it better? That's what Jay Bhattacharya is going to do, NIH with major funding support. perhaps from ARPA as well. Marty spoke eloquently about the FDA's accelerated pathway for this. And then we're going to, when we learn more, figure out better ways of getting access to these products through our healthcare system. This is an extraordinarily exciting day, and it would never happen if the president just would not take no for an answer. He called on the way, Joe, to the fight on Saturday. And I think he was as determined to get this done as the men in those rings and women in those rings that night. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, this isn't the first time that shit happened. You done seen it with the marijuana and shit. You done seen that shit recently. They doing the same shit with opium, okay? But they actually did this shit back in the day before any of us were really even fucking alive, with prohibition, when liquor was outlawed. You know? That's how the mob came up and made a bunch of their motherfucking money and ended up having to get into fucking drugs and gambling and all types of other shit. Then you want to talk about gambling, they ended up making that shit legal.
Yeah, I want to thank Professor Nolan Williams when I was a professor.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is America. These motherfuckers, and you got to understand the nation that you're in. And I don't give a fuck. You Republican, Democrat, they all do this shit. Bro, this shit was built and founded on the premise of we are going to fucking lie, steal, pillage, plunder, blast, enslave, you know, commit all types of atrocities, and then we just gonna make laws to protect the shit we just did. Fuck crazy, man. Yeah, Bumpy Johnson made a whole lot of money during that fucking era. You know, made a whole lot of money, and that's one of the reasons why you see the state lotteries and all of that shit amongst, you know, in all of these damn states. Like I say, as soon as black folks start making bread off this shit, that's when there becomes a war on this shit and they start cracking down. That's what I'm like, y'all can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, bro. I'm like, every single path to wealth, because these are really like I'm not gonna say they're the only paths to wealth in America, but they're just some of the few paths to wealth. This is what this shit was built on. You got to do some fucked up shit that's against the law in order to come up. What up, Frida Green? That's how the fuck you come up. I remember there was a scene in the movie Scarface. Y'all remember when he was in that big ass tub and shit like that? When they was ready to off a politician because that motherfucker was about to make blow legal. That's what they was really trying to do. It's like, nah, fuck that. Because they already know what's up. If that shit is legal, how the fuck the drug dealers about to make any money? They know that shit, man.
Him, and he taught me about ibogaine and all the promise that it has for treatment-resistant depression and so many other conditions. Frankly, for me, I learned a lot. He unfortunately passed away last year. I want to thank this amazing team that just moved heaven and earth to get things done. I do want to emphasize this is something that we're still studying, and we have to keep studying. We have to figure out the right way to like make sure we administer it, that it's safe, that we don't just take it for granted. We already know everything, because we don't. And for the NIH and for ARPA-H, we are absolutely committed to making sure that we keep studying.
They talking about they don't even know about this shit, but yet we gonna make sure y'all got plenty of access to it, and we gonna sell it to you, even though we don't fucking understand it. Ain't that some shit? What up, Lori ADS? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that
what
about a
bitch?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, you know, let's be honest. the only reason Coke was actually what's that word I want to use? Was actually banned, right? Or Coke was actually banned is because why saying women kept getting knocked up. Certain women kept getting knocked up by another race of men, and the only way they could stop that was by stopping the Coke. So they cut the Coke off. Because you used to be able to buy it in convenience stores, remember? You could buy it like anywhere. You
I
get
ain't that
gas
old, bro.
stations.
I ain't
But
that motherfucking old, bro.
yeah, I see what you say. I'm not either anti, but it's definitely in the history though,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? You talking about being able to purchase motherfucking booger sugar and shit out of a fucking convenience store. What the fuck? What the hell year was you born? Don't answer that.
My bad, my bad. Yeah, I did a little drift in there, but you see the point though, right? All this stuff has some type of weird black people strings attached to it for some odd reason, and so it's like, okay, so now they're going to basically legalize mushrooms, right? Legalize shrooms and psychedelics.
Hmm?
Do, do they have a list of which companies? Because
Of
nowadays they
course not, because they would have to put fucking acid and all variations of it, you know, on there. Pharmacies, yes, I do get that. You know what I'm saying? And now it's all synthetic. It's all synthetic. It's just different type of upper now. But he talking about convenience stores. Like you just go to a fucking convenience store, the corner store, and just you know what I'm saying, cop a gram. Like what the fuck, you
you
know?
better go into your local convenience store and tell them, "Hey, I need a whole half ounce of Coke," and they would sell it to you for like $3.
$3 for a half. Never mind. We're good. You know, we're good. Damn. I guess those was the good old days. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I wasn't born back then, man. But from what I hear, it sounded like a good time back then. Really, less, more freedom, less rules, right?
Hey,
Only for,
you even heard Joe Rogan right there say that this was, these laws and shit were put in place to target the civil rights movement, you know, as well as the anti-war movement.
I believe that. I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Of course it was. So if this isn't like fuck, I don't think it's an argument for making psychedelics legal more so than it's an argument of why black folks deserve reparations. It's time to get that shit the fuck up. What the fuck?
Hmm.
Like you already saying, you had unjust laws and shit that were targeting specific shit. You know, just like Bomb just said, it meant black people. Cut the check.
Yeah, I don't think y'all understand. Y'all ain't getting no free money out of these people, but y'all can get reparations. You just have to know about what you're going about doing it, right? I mean, for one, you haven't even sued the companies. Britain laid down an excellent blueprint of how to get reparations, and nobody read it. Nobody looked at it at all. They sued the companies that endorsed slavery, first of all, and the plantations in which they were kept. They won those cases, and that's how they were able to go to the government and sue for reparations directly because they had won the previous two cases. So, but if you expect this government to turn around and just give out $500 billion in the name of black people, I mean, how much money have they put into black people the last 50 years? Has
I
it been
mean,
$500 billion?
um, eh, eh, you would have to count what they put into the privatized prison industrial complex. So the way they see it, they've invested. They've made an investment in the black folks. So they want a return on their investment. We built all these fucking jails and went through all of this shit, you know what I'm saying, putting up all of this damn legislation to put y'all in these goddamn jails. Hey, now we want to return on our investment. And she's right. They're giving it to Israel. They're giving it to Asian Pacific Islanders, all types of other fucking demographics. Now, I've talked, on in depth, in detail, on exactly what type of reparations would actually benefit black folks as a community. I'm like, you can keep the cash because cash ain't worth shit. I don't even fucking want it. To be honest with you, can't do nothing but spend it. But there's different shit that you can put into place as far as paperwork, licensing, and different things like that. But you can't give us the same shit that every other American has.
Why not?
Because it wouldn't be reparations.
No, that's what reparations is. It should be money, but only us as black people will say money ain't gonna do us well. When that's what our problem overall is, the lack of money, the lack of the ability to even have homes, secure our families, and all of that comes with money.
Okay, now I don't want to go too deep into the conversation, like off of the topic, but the reason why I say that money comes from other things. So once you have the ability to produce what you and others consume, you can generate all of the money, you can purchase all of the land, and then you can continue to make even more money. But if they just give you money without giving you those other things, you can't do anything but spend it. So you need access to distribution chains, manufacturing chains. You also need access to some free and some cheap labor, all of that. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, be careful about you deporting all of these damn people, especially when they over here willing to work for less than minimum wage. I say have them work for black-owned businesses, registered black-owned businesses for less than minimum wage. They can't work for anybody else. That would be a good form of reparations. I have no problem with that.
You can't get none of those things without money. You can't
what are you talking about?
And hire people without money.
The legislation. All you need is the legislation saying that you could start up the bill. Don't cost nothing to kick off a damn LLC, a staffing agency, any of that stuff. But if that's something that only the black community has, but the other communities don't, that's as good as money, because you can get money from those damn billion-dollar white companies and stuff that'll back you. And the reason why I say that, I watched them do that with the Indians. They really didn't give them but so much money. They gave them pretty much worthless land, but they also gave them the damn gaming licenses to build them damn casinos. So the corporations came in there and they packed all of that. And now your Seminole tribe is as rich as I don't know what, along with multiple other tribes. The money will come. But you need the paperwork, you need the tax breaks, you need the incentives, and all of those other things first. But if I just gave you a bunch of money, what you gonna do with it? You gonna spend it?
You're wrong. When you mention them Native Americans, when you said that they gave them licensing, and they did not give them licensing. See,
they gave them gaming licenses.
No, they did not. Those people are on their own land, and the government does not govern them. And so they did not give them no licensing. And what they did give them is money so they could build those casinos. And then they were the first to have the casinos, legal gambling, because it wasn't considered in the United States of America. It was on their own property that they governed themselves. And that's why they was able to do that. So yeah, they need the money.
Like I said, if I gave you and a bunch of other black folks each $1 million tomorrow, okay, a year from now, that money would be right back where it was a year ago, because you would have to give it to them to buy your stuff. You wouldn't have anything else.
Yes, but that's okay.
It ain't okay. You're telling me your reparations that have affected you for generations. Are only gonna get you straight for one generation. You need generational wealth, which means multiple generations that
people and Jews don't have generational wealth. All of them don't have that. The ones who work smart though and did work smart, they do. But the ones who took their money and spent it, then they don't. And so in our community, those of us who gonna be smart will be smart, and those who don't won't. And that's it. We sitting here waiting.
Just like Royce just said in the chat, you know, the Italian Teamsters, for example, they didn't need money. They had a bunch of illegal shit to get a hold of some damn money, and then they went out to Nevada and places where gambling was legal, and they went and they bribed and they purchased and they robbed and stole and did all types of shit out there, and then boom, they got buku rich. Like that's what it is. So you got to give people the ability to be able to make money. Don't just give folks money, because you can't do anything with money that you're given except spend it.
You just gave an example of criminals doing criminal things too.
Yeah, this is America. This is America. This shit was built by criminals doing criminal shit.
Yeah, but they needed money to be able to get away with that criminal stuff. That's how they was able to pay off the mayors and the police and things. So I mean, like, the idea that you making it seem like you don't need money. You don't need money to make money. I get that if you're doing things legal or illegal, but you're saying that we don't need the billions of dollars. I came up here only because somebody said that America not gonna give no millions of dollars while they giving billions, if not trillions, to Israel and other countries.
And you know what? Two things can be true at the same time, Bob. So and he can respond to this. I would say that that you're right. America could give a lot, you know what I'm saying, money to black folks and shit like that. And they are giving that shit elsewhere. But they ain't gonna get that shit to black folks. That's where I would agree with him. They just ain't.
Of course they're not, because
they're just not gonna do it.
On panels, one will say we don't need it, and the other will say, yeah, we need it. And then so they'll allow us to fight it out, and they'll let them do it. Like, it don't even make sense. I've never heard of another group of people say, yeah, we don't need that. And then they fight back and forth with each other. The ones who say we need, the ones we don't. Only us. And
one thing is for certain, right? I'm just going to respond to this comment, then I'll let y'all two go back and forth. One thing is for certain. If you have licenses and tax breaks and incentives that other demographics don't have, the money's going to come. Those big corporations that already have it going to give it to you and just take a percentage of your equity, whatever. You just give them a return on the investment. They'll pay for all of your building. They'll pay for everything you need. You don't need a penny. You don't need a penny. You know?
You don't need a penny to do what?
Yeah. I'm just saying, you don't need anybody to give you a penny. You can actually get the investments. You know what I'm saying? But you need incentives. I'm sorry, you need tax breaks, tax incentives, and you need licenses that no other demographic has. That's where the investors will come into play. They'll give you the ability. They'll give you all the money you need to build. You just got to make sure they get their return on their investments. That's it. You know, and also with that allow
a small group of people instead of talking about the whole race of people, right? Because everybody's not going to start a business or corporation. Most people don't even want to do that. Some people just want to live their life, have enough money where they could buy a home, secure that for the rest of their life, and just be as comfortable, more comfortable than the rat race, right? 9 to 5 every day. Until they in their 70s and 80s still working. Most people don't want to start a business. They just want to be able to be comfortable. They nice, man.
Hey, and that's understandable too. That's something that would also have to force, blacks as a community to work together. I'm just saying, when he can actually say right there what Joe Rogan said, this was put in place to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement, and now all of a sudden you're just going to sign an executive order to reverse it without reversing the damage that has been done. Why is nobody talking about that? Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. Y'all talk about it. Because I'm just spitting out suggestions. I'm not a politician or whatever, and I'm down to open up the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Any other suggestions? I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong, Bomb. I'm not going to tell Lord ADS that he's wrong or anything like that. But they ain't even talking about righting any wrongs that were done since the 60s. They just said straight up, yeah, this was put in place to target you, but let's just make it legal because now it's affecting white folks, people ODing. So fix that.
Wait, did you say that's Joe Rogan? I don't think that's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, no, that's Joe Rogan. Right here in the Oval Office. I'll spin it back for you.
Yeah,
In
because
the
that.
Oval Office, Bomb. Look at this.
In this country, obviously. In 2024,
Big
more than
Brenda?
80,000 people died of
Oh, you playing it
overdoses.
on the other channel. Wait a
It's a
minute.
horrible number. And
Wait, how do
there's
we-
more than 5 million people
Oh, you on
that
the
are
panel?
addicted to opiates right now.
I'm sharing it on the
wait.
panel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not Joe Rogan.
That's Joe Rogan. Right
No.
behind the President of the United States.
No.
Here.
No, that's not Joe Rogan.
Right here. That is Joe Rogan, Bob.
First of all, Trump and Joe Rogan are fighting back and forth with each other right now.
Look at
Calling
this.
each other
This is Joe Rogan in the Oval Office with President Trump.
That is not Joe Rogan.
Look, hold on. Let me go.
It's another
back.
bald-headed white man.
You got
Joe Rogan
Come
and
on,
Trump is fighting right now. And this
Mom,
was done yesterday.
I can't argue with you on whether or not the sky is blue. Where I'm at is
Did they
that's
say that
Joe
was Joe
Rogan.
Rogan?
Look, yeah, it's Joe Rogan. Look at the title of the stream. It's Trump signs executive order on psychedelic drugs with Joe Rogan.
Okay, so it's
I want
spinning.
to tell everybody how this happened.
Watch, listen.
I sent President Trump some information. We have a gigantic opiate
Yeah, that
problem
do
in this
sound like
country,
him.
obviously.
That don't look like him.
In
Damn.
2024, more than 80,000
That's Joe
people
Rogan.
died of overdoses. It's a horrible number. And there's more than 5 million
sound like
people
Joe
that are
Rogan.
addicted to opiates right now in this country. With 1 dose of Ibogaine, more than 80% of people are free of that addiction. With 2 doses, it's more than 90%. I sent him that information. The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it. It was literally that quick. These drugs are illegal not because they're harmful.
Yep.
They're illegal because of the 1970 Controlled Substances Act that was passed by the Richard Nixon administration. They did it to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement. It's not because these drugs harm people. And for 56 years, we've lived under those terrible conditions. We're free of that now. We're free of that now. Thanks to all these people that we see next to me, and thanks to President Trump.
I want to thank you.
Let me just recognize the super chat real quick. Shout out to Big Brenda. Y'all follow her lead with the 499 ball. She said it's been a drug-filled week. Drug-filled start to this week. Yeah, man. People doing lines and shit on live streams and shit, man. It's some wild shit. You know what I'm saying when it comes to drugs. Happy 420, everybody. Yeah, but that is Joe Rogan. You know, they talking about the messed up conditions that they've been living in for the last 60 years, and now, hey, this can stop. Oh, you know.
We all respect Joe, and he's a little bit more liberal than that's okay. I have a lot of friends that are liberal, but Joe is an amazing guy, and he wrote me a little note about this, and I had it checked out. I didn't just do it. I had it checked out. I went to Bobby and Oz. I went to some of the people that work for you, real pros, and everybody came back with the same answer. You know, normally they'll come back, because this happens a lot. I have a couple of them like that, where they're not sure. It's like, you know, it goes 2 ways. This thing, everybody thought it was incredible. And I told Bobby, I said, Bobby, let's just do it and get Oz involved. And it's going to get done so quickly. And you guys did a great job. Would you like to say something else?
Mr. President, I want to thank Matt Zord, who's hiding in the back there, who actually on Sunday wrote a draft for this. You already thanked Heidi and Kelly, but you know, Susie Wiles makes everything run here. This was an unimaginable task in 1 week to be able to go from a series of connections and communications with Joe Rogan through the honey badger of them all, Bobby Kennedy, who said, we're not going to stop. We didn't start calling everyone down the pike. Steph Spears been involved, and Chris Klump, who's been doing a fantastic job, helping run everything in great efficiency, made something. And I just want to emphasize this. This is an entire paradigm shift away from a one-day a pill model, which has failed so many, And the many who are drug resistant that Joe just spoke to, offers them a way of getting out of that rut. The question now is, can we study why it works to understand it better, to use it better? That's what Jay Bhattacharya is going to do, NIH with major funding support, perhaps some ARPA as well. Marty spoke eloquently about the FDA's accelerated pathway for this. And then we're going to, when we learn more, figure out better ways of getting access to these products through our healthcare system. This is an extraordinarily exciting day, and it would never happen if the president just would not take no for an answer. He called on the way, Joe, to the fight on Saturday. And I think he was as determined to get this done as the men in those rings and women in those rings that night. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I want to thank Professor Nolan Williams. When I was a professor at Stanford, I got to know him, and he taught me about ibogaine and all the promise that it has for treatment-resistant depression and so many other conditions. Frankly, for me, I learned a lot. He unfortunately passed away last year. I want to thank this amazing team that just moved heaven and earth.
I think this is disgusting. And it's mainly because I don't think these people don't see any reason to right the wrongs that have been done over the years by either making this illegal, making it illegal to people that have been put behind bars, and all of the other folks that have died from, smack overdoses and everything else. Now that you notice what Joe Rogan even said. He's like, oh, X amount of people have died from overdoses in the last, 4 years or whatever, because that's disproportionately affecting a certain demographic. Now all of a sudden you fucking care. But when it was disproportionately affecting black folks, it was a criminal issue. Now it's a medical issue.
Well, I don't know if you could put this on Trump though. This is just his second term in office. He can't correct all the wrongs that are wrong with the world. This is just one little step towards that, right? Because I honestly believe the same thing. I think if people had access to certain, variations of different drugs, they'd be better off for it. Like they said, LSD was good with Alzheimer's and dementia. Remember? So why don't we give them people LSD if it helps with their Alzheimer's and dementia?
And if I'm not mistaken, bro, LSD falls into the category of psychedelics.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what they don't want to tell you about. LSD, that's acid. That falls right into the category of psychedelics.
Well, if it helps AT, then let it help,
Fuck that. No, it doesn't fucking help. They don't want to help, and man, when that shit is fucking with black folks, bro, they don't be caring. And I agree with you. Hey, if it helps, let it help, whatever. Yeah, but hey, I think it has been helping over the last X amount of fucking years. Yeah, you got to go. Sorry.
You got to think about this too, Auntie. The sales are probably way down, especially on the acid and LSD in the black community right now. So they got to kind of get out and market an advertisement, right? So you go Donald Trump, he go ahead and he puts an executive order in for you to really get this out there. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's damn near legal with testing, right? With the FDA at this point. So what happens next? I can tell you all these men on this stage right now, well, especially Joe Rogan, potentially can make up to, was it 5, 10, 15, $20 billion over the next 10 years? Just figuring out that part of the market, right?
Oh yeah, bro. If you are about to legally sell drugs, bro, and bro, legally sell drugs, and insurance companies are gonna get in on this, bro. $20 billion over, bro. That you lowballing like crazy.
What number you thinking?
What you said? 5, 10 years?
Yeah, 10 year span.
Trillions.
Ooh, You think trillions for real?
Trillions.
Mm. Well, how do we get in on that? That's the question now.
Too
Because
late
at the
now.
end,
They done legalized it. That's what I'm saying. The only way you're gonna get in on some shit, bro, is I'm gonna be real, and people don't want to admit this. Just like Roy said in the chat a minute ago, just like the Teamsters did. Unfortunately, it has to be illegal. It's the only way. So I'm gonna do that stream. I'm just doing some homework on it, you know. But I believe the crack era was a missed opportunity for the black community, just like the smack era was too. But yeah, I think it was a serious missed opportunity. I mean, this is a mess. As soon as they legalize it, bro, big bank is just gonna take little bank, bro. You can't get in on that.
I mean, that's what they were saying about marijuana too back in 2016. But now we're in 2026, and there are what is it? Up to the little companies out here that actually push product right and make real money doing it, like crazy good money doing it. You know, and you can get into some of that stock if you want. You know, what I'm saying with one of those smaller companies. But you're right. You talking major, you know, what I'm saying pharmaceutical. Nah, you
Mhm.
can't get in on that type of stock. You ain't got enough money. You got to have at least 10, $20 million and want to invest 5 or 6, get in on something like that.
I'm just like, bro, they about to make money hand over fist on that, and they ain't talking about redistributing it to any of the people that y'all put it in place to target in the first place, bro. And what also bugged me out when he said he Trump hit him back immediately talking about what you need FDA approval. They up here talking about, look, man, we don't even know about this stuff. We ain't put it through no tests or none of that. And they talking about hey, FDA approval, executive order signed, all of that. What the hell does the FDA do?
Whatever Trump tell them to do, and they
Basically,
better, yeah.
basically, they do as they're told. What up, Kojak? So, um, I just think this is something that folks need to be advocating for. You feel free to jump in there, bomb. Uh, advocate for your cut.
See, yeah, man, get rich
Real, because
there.
I'm fine with it being illegal, or these people just the same people that been ODing, let it happen. Whatever, you know, whatever. Because
I
y'all didn't
mean,
even see it as a problem when it was affecting black folks. What was you gonna say, bomb?
I mean, what they're gonna do is create variations of those shrooms, right? It ain't gonna be like the actual what is that mushroom called for LSD? It'll be a subvariant of that, like mushroom.
Yeah,
That'll have
everything's
probably
synthetic.
yeah, probably have toned down side effects to it. You know, like the remember the spice back in the day, the synthetic weed?
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
That they're selling in convenience stores.
Yeah. Remember at first it was killing folks and they kept dumbing down the formula to the point where people were just getting addicted to it instead. Yeah, K2 spice. There we go. There we go. No, people just started to get addicted to it instead. They weren't getting high no more. They just addicted to it, right? But they just wanted to smoke it all the time. That's what
Even
they'll
these
probably do with
psychedelics,
shrooms
bro,
too.
these shits can fuck people up, bro.
Of course. Yeah. But they ain't gonna let it just full on out like that. They're gonna do some toning down on it. Unless you got like a doctor's prescription or something, it's gonna be a toned down version of it.
Man, people got doctor's prescriptions for the opiates he was talking about. People are overdosing on. That don't mean a damn thing, bro. You can have a doctor's prescription for some shit that'll kill you. They don't care.
But they don't want to get sued either. That's what the prescription is really good for. It's more of an insurance policy than anything else. They give you the wrong prescription and something happens to you, you can legally sue for it. Now that's what doctors really fear is sue, not mortality rates, but being sued. So if I can sue them, you best believe they're going to refine that formula. So make sure they can't,
What's up, Rooster? Cock-a-doodle doo, motherfucker. Happy 420.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, nigga. What's up? What's up with you? So
What's
you
up, big
mean to
dog?
tell me the United States is on the verge to being a doped out, smoked out, coked out country legally?
And tripping too. You hear that? Hey, they gonna be
Yeah.
tripping too.
So you mean to tell me I can go to the local Walmart sooner or later, about 10 years down the line, get me some capsules, go into the kitchen with some orange juice, pop a tablet, and the California raisins that's been sitting on my
Yeah, they about to talk to you, bro. They about to talk to
they
you, bro.
finna be singing.
Probably do a little tap dance and sing. Yeah, all that shit, bro. All that shit.
And then on top of that, we have people with children in the household.
For real.
And they are gonna be like
all the movies about to be 3D in the theater and shit. Yeah, real shit.
Lord Jesus, man. Well, welcome to the happy world of throwing up and shitting at the same time. There's gonna be a hell of a suction, a vacuum or something. Boy, I don't know what people think. I'm glad I'm drug free. I have never tried.
Welcome to America, man.
Man. Another thing I want to ask you, ain't got to say it though, but somebody did a line on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta get around and move. I think shout out to Big Brenda. She reported a little something this morning. I think she might have had to take it down, but I might just show a little something a little bit later. I gotta watch the playoff games. But yeah, bro. Old girl, I'm not gonna say the names or nothing. I'm do a little bit more homework. But yeah, man, they pay. Hey, they send her some bread, man. They paid for the bump. She took a whole plate. Looked like that scene in Cheech and Chong, man. The whole plate. Did a whole plate full. Oh, matter of fact, the live is still up. So y'all make sure y'all sub to Big Brenda Clark. Go sub, check it out. Yeah. I don't know if she showed that. Yeah, the whole plate. Did the whole plate.
Damn, that's bad.
Yeah.
Well, for the people who care about their children, man, it's really time to buckle down and get down to this parenting, bro. And we just got to pray. Boy, it's going to be terrible in the next 10 years. Probably even 5.
I got it. Yeah. Hey, Maurice Delp. Yeah, your boys over here signing executive orders so that everybody can get high. Like not even, I don't even call that getting high. So everybody can trip. Everybody loves a good trip.
Oh man, it's gonna be ugly. I think. Look, man. I think they doing it to target certain people. When they do certain products, right? They release some of the test chemicals in certain neighborhoods, the bad product, just to see what it's gonna do. So you're gonna have to be careful where you buy from. That trash stuff, bro, they're gonna start putting it in certain convenience stores in certain neighborhoods. They got a history of doing this, and they got evidence of this. They blatantly put it out there so you can go study this. Bro, y'all ain't gonna get the good product. You're gonna have to go way off to get it. And when you get something like from your regular stores and most likely in black neighborhoods, that's gonna be the first edition of the shit to see if you gonna walk off the edge of the earth first. What the fuck? Boy, these folks crazy.
Look, Joe Rogan is on the record as saying this was put in place in the 60s with the Nixon administration to target the civil rights movement as well as the anti-war movement. Now you sign an executive orders to reverse that, but yet you're not going to right all the wrongs that were done after you targeted these demographics. So I know Maurice Delk, you want to make America great again and shit, but you might want to tell them folks what the hell they need to fix. They don't just need to be making drugs legal. They need to try to fix some of the damn families and lives that they done fucked up while them shits was illegal.
Mm.
Because
And
it's like I
it's
said, this shit was a criminal issue when it was attacking, you know what I'm saying, when it was hitting another demographic. Now it's a medical issue. Oh,
mm.
oh.
And the sad thing down here in the
Because
state
a
of
bunch of
Mississippi,
Caucasian folks been ODing and shit trying to find the street equivalent of what the fuck they need.
right? And another thing, and like down here in the state of Mississippi, it's some people still locked up for certain charges for selling this shit. They still locked up right now in prison for like not even half of what these folks finna sell y'all day to day.
Mm.
So y'all better be careful. Y'all thinking it's a fun time, get high time. You folks might be about to do it again legally and say it was your
Man, oh
choice to
Mike,
smoke that.
look at this, man. This is executive order, but I'm gonna go to Big Brenda. Okay, so yeah, when old girl did that, yeah, I think she did like they said she did like 2 lines on live
Where's
stream.
that video at, Auntie? Where's that video?
It's on Brenda's channel right now. So before I play it, man, y'all gotta go over there and y'all gotta check it out. I know I got access to the exclusive footage. I heard a few people was getting flagged for having it up, you know. So we'll see what we're gonna do with that. But yeah, man, did the whole plate, like I said, look like that scene in Cheech and Chong. Yeah, 2 lines. And hey, man, the motherfuckers will pay people to do shit. They pay motherfuckers to eat cigars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Do lines and shit on stream, and people be doing that shit, man.
See,
Crazy,
that's like
Was
that
that the
crazy
scene
shit.
from
That TikTok
But
challenge.
a one time only event. No, nobody does 2 fucking lines, and this is their first time ever and they last time, and they
Mm,
do that
mm,
shit on
mm.
a fucking live stream. No, hell no.
Hey, Auntie, is it the Gina did what? I got 10 minutes, or which one
There
is
you
it?
go. That's the video.
Yeah, see, this only 51 minutes. They didn't cut that up.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Nah, I don't even want to see nobody mess around that booger sugar boy. Lord Jesus, ain't no way. Yeah, I might be
I mean, hey, she can
receiving
be
my
real about it, man. I don't judge people for what the fuck they into, man. This is
nah.
judgment free
I,
zone. But she can be real. That whole one time only shit. Don't lie. Don't lie. You know, you like nose
but
candy,
I'm saying, Auntie, look,
whatever.
I know people that actually do that, but bruh, it done got to that point to where people just freely about to start doing it. They was tripping on me about a beer they didn't never see me drink. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
never see me drink a beer.
get out of here, bro. You was drinking that
But we
Keystone,
can
though,
do,
bro. That's some rough shit.
okay, but so they can cut up on me for drinking something that they didn't see me drink, but you can the gang, you can do the gang. Oh, look, I'm getting my pink slip for YouTube this year. I don't think I want no more of this. This shit right here, boy. Oh,
Right?
this
It's
getting out of
420,
hand,
man. Everybody getting fucked up,
man.
I guess, except me.
Shit, man. It finna be, you talking about 420? It finna be 430. And it's finna be over. OV, like we used to say a long time. Man, y'all better not fall for the trap, man. Look, a lot of time when them folks get to signing off on shit and saying it's all right to do, it's something else coming behind this shit.
Yeah, always, always.
Oh,
That's
it's
what I was
something
trying
else
to
coming
tell Lloyd
behind this.
ADS. He's like, "Oh, this is a good thing. Ain't nothing good about this."
You know that look, they they tested LSD on military people, bro. That to see how their body was function. That's a chemical warfare instrument. You can go back and look it up. They show where people couldn't do regular functions, couldn't jump over a beam or step over certain things. They come on, you mean to tell me You want to smoke something that's gonna make you not aware of what's going on, to where somebody can pick you up and just take you anywhere and do whatever to you, or you might end up just completely gone because you on the floor rolling, flopping like a fish, or shit. Okay.
Hey, but hey, you hear what they saying? Hey, this helps out with depression. You know?
Shit. Okay. So since your depression is so bad on Earth, you got to go to Mars to get some relief. Shit, no. These folks is crazy. What's wrong with these people? Nah, bro. That dog ain't gonna hunt right there. Not with me. You had to
See,
literally
Royce, hey,
stick me
you
with
see
something.
it. He's like, hey, these are capitalists. Black people like to fake like capitalists, but not like how they move it. I'm telling you, man. You know, you can't be cool with this shit, man.
Well, I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna listen to a little bit more of this right here because I'm amazed. Shit.
No, what just bugs me out is like, bro, y'all just giving out FDA approval. I'm like, hey, and all of y'all folks, that's taking these weight loss shots and Ozempic and all of that other shit, man. Y'all better check that shit out. Y'all better
FDA,
check that shit out.
FDA, Federal Distribution Agency, the real
Yeah.
dope boy. And you ain't selling no dope unless they approve it. Stamped.
Man, y'all better check that shit out, man.
I agree with you on Ozempic. I mean, that stuff right there,
Not
man,
even just
scared
that, bro.
me.
They got you see Serena Williams in the damn commercial and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shooting herself up in the arm. Said she like 40 pounds down or some shit like that, bro.
Bro,
Man,
they said that
FDA.
stuff, bro, could cause diarrhea, vomiting, and nightmares, bro. Wow.
And okay,
and
so
just
I
think about it.
I checked some stuff out about the Ozempic. You got to take that forever.
Really? Forever,
Yeah,
ever?
you can't stop
Forever,
taking
ever?
that. Like
Ooh.
you start, you got to take that shit for the rest of your motherfucking life, bro.
Man, some of these folk gonna take
Or what
some and
happens if you
smoke
don't?
some or sip some.
Because they say it's like an appetite curve or something like that. So you don't take it, you're gonna get the same appetite you've been having, along with some other things.
Uh-oh.
Boy, these folks on the verge of smoking some, sipping some, or
I was
snorting
watching the
some, and then
video on the
turning into an
infographic
alligator.
show on it. Yeah, I was watching the video on the infographic show, but that was pretty much the consensus. Yeah, you gotta stay on it. You can't stop taking it. That's what Ferg said.
The
Yeah,
side effects,
he
you
said
might blow up.
it takes away
You might blow up.
muscle mass and all the other shit. You know, bro. But hey, all of that shit is FDA approved, man. That FDA approved shit don't mean a damn thing no more. This motherfucker sent
No.
that shit back to Joe Rogan in the text message, said, "What you need? FDA approval? I got you."
Well, I just feel sorry for the people that fall for it.
For
I ain't
fungus
doing
and
nothing.
acid. We
In order for them to sell
real
it.
shit, bro. Fungus and acid.
Oh yeah.
I do want to emphasize this is something that we're still studying, and we have to keep studying. We have to figure out the right way to like make sure we administer it, that it's safe, that we don't just take it for granted. We already know everything because we don't. And for the NIH and for ARPA-H, we are absolutely committed to making sure that we keep studying it, keep getting the best gold standard science on it. You see here Norvolka, who's my National Institute of Drug Abuse director. She's been an absolute hero in just developing scientific. So the commitment for American science to focus on this, and in many ways, it's that scientific advance that brought us to this moment. So thank you, President Trump.
But if it's good, we want to get it fully approved fast, right?
I mean, for the things that have great evidence, and that's what
Because, these studies, they go on for a long time, and if it's good. I mean, I have a witness right here, these two incredible brothers, that to me is a study, right?
I mean, it's just as Commissioner McCary said, there's stuff that we know and we can tell it works. We still got to figure out sometimes how it works or why it works. That we got to keep doing even as we move forward fast.
But it does work.
Some
Now, you would assume that this is a conversation you would have before you sign the damn executive order.
Yeah, because you heard him
Not
ask the
after.
question. So it does work. Look, did you hear
Yeah.
what he just said?
Motherfucker done
asked
already
the question
signed
like,
this shit.
he just finna sign that shit. So when you get broke and you can't go check in and get this shit, these niggas gonna be in ditches licking toads backs and shit. Try to get that sign. This nigga finna be licking
That right,
frogs,
Rooster?
bro.
But Toad back, come back in, Rooster. Oh, Toad, nigga.
Sign the shit, man.
Yeah. It should
That's
be a
all
whole.
I'm like, but it does work. Like, bro, you signing this shit now. Like, you couldn't have had that conversation first.
Man. And when the side effect, you know what? When it happens and when it goes bad, or certain chemicals that hit certain people's bloodstream create violence and extreme violence.
Nah, when people are out here permanently wigged and tripped the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because look, I don't know. This was a rumor, you know, when we was kids. Don't ask me how I know. I'll just plead the fucking fifth. But you know, like mushrooms and shit was some shit that had to be done in moderation, or else you can get totally fucked. Like you can get permanently fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that was like on some once every few years type shit.
If you could get them, if you can
Yeah,
get
you fuck
to
around and
somebody
do
that
that shit goddamn often, you'll be out here like on a permanent trip.
And see, they showed us this stuff in the movie when Smokey was in the pigeon.
I was about to say Smokey
That
and the
was
chicken
it.
coop type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how these folks want to be. Just come on, bro. We gotta imagine, bro. Just like somebody just get off work a little tired, and they done cooked and everything, got everything out the way, but you got folks clucking up and down the street and shit, literally clucking.
Now motherfuckers about
running
to
fast as
take
hell.
prescriptions, talking about take 2 of these or take 1 of these twice a day and shit. Man. Fucking acid tabs and shit.
They gonna be running around with motorcycle helmets on, no clothes.
Yeah.
It ain't funny though. But look, we used to see, look, I've seen a buck naked man try to climb a light pole, bro. Off a bed, bro. Sweating like a mother, stinking. Look, this shit is not gonna be good. I'm telling you. Look, coming up, I used to see all kind of stuff. Just by folks.
Y'all be talking about the crazy shit that that these chicks will do for $40. Old girl took them damn 2 lines for $40 from what I heard.
So she got paid 2 times.
Right on live stream, yeah.
She got the high end of money.
That's what I'm saying. They paid for it. Yeah.
Dang it. Oh no. See, certain stuff, I don't know what's wrong with people. Man, our people is just gust in the wind, man. I don't know what what's wrong with you. No, see, people be tripping on me because I stay in the country. I hope that I be like 70-something years before this shit just hit real bad. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be exposed to everything. I don't want to know everything. I don't want to be in environments where people are trying everything. I'm not a test subject. I wasn't raised that way, and I don't want to be influenced to be one. No. Put me in the back of the woods somewhere to where you can turn the TV off for 3 or 4 months. I don't give a damn. Hell no. Shit. These folks is serious, ain't they? And then we got the people that's supposed to be running our country agreeing to say, yeah, smoke it up, sip it up, drink it up, snort it up. Shoot it up if you want. But as long as you buy it from me, you are A-OK. Lord, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with, man.
I mean, absolutely. Some of those treatments absolutely work. You can see the adjustment here. Yeah.
Look, that's why somebody in the back. Yes, it works.
Trying to get the answer because it either works or it doesn't. I would think that there's been a lot of research already, indirect research, maybe.
How it works or why it works, that we got to keep doing even as we move forward fast.
But it does work.
Some of those, I mean, absolutely, some of those treatments absolutely work. You can see the testament here. Yeah.
I'm trying to get the answer because it either works or it doesn't. I would think that there's been a lot of research already, indirect research, maybe the ultimate research, people that have taken it, because I've spoken to people that have taken it, aside from the trail, both of them. I've spoken to 5 people that
Mr. President,
that had big problems.
Done it 3 times.
Yeah,
It works.
please.
It fixed my demonic
This
relationship.
is Rob O'Neill, who's a friend of mine and a great guy. Go ahead.
It fixed my demonic relationship with alcohol. It saved my life, and then it saved my wife. So every day is a blessing. It took about 3 years of. I did it 3 times. It's a different adventure every time. That's not fun.
So without it, you would have had problems.
I did it with. There was a Green Beret, 28-year sergeant major, that told me when we finished, make sure you tell Amber Capone, the CEO of Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions, that she saved my life because I was going to kill myself next week. This was my last chance. I had a 28-year veteran tell me that. Wow. This works.
Okay.
And then they snitching on each other. Look at what. Okay.
I'm just saying, man. This is why I have no problem putting none of the above on that goddamn ballot. This is your president. Okay, he is about to sign an executive order, or he actually already did. This is all in past tense now. He is going to sign an executive order based on a story from a junkie.
Yeah. And he said, and then
Listen,
the guy
right in the fucking
also,
Oval Office, bro.
and then also the guy, he explained it. He said, it is not fun, but it's a different journey every time. You nigga, spiders finna be coming out the wall at your ass.
Hey,
and then
shrooms are great, and now they're legal, fighter. Shrooms are great, and now they're legal.
Dude, it's finna be shit crawling over on your back that you cannot get off of you. You're gonna be in a lake full of water where no water exists. You on your kitchen floor, sweating profusely, and thinking you drowning. And then when somebody say, "Hey, somebody call the police because I don't know what's happening to my daddy or my mama," they come over there and off your ass because they don't know what the hell going on with you, bro. It's finna be some shit. And then if you sneaking and doing it. Then if you sneaking and doing it and don't let your family members know, you might have a reaction that's bad. And we wonder why all of these people are getting hurt by cops. You sneak and do this stuff, and then you act crazy and don't nobody know you're doing it. He's not like this. He's never done that. Nigga, it's the shrooms, nigga. But then you kicking holes in the walls and shit, trying to fight a monkey off your back. You up in there fighting Diddy Kong, and nobody can see him but you. Oh yeah, get life insurance on your people, bro. Because if they try this shit right here, get life insurance and a bulletproof vest. And if you call the police to get that motherfucker out your house, make sure you leave if you can get out the door.
I mean, I thought Biden's auto pen was one thing, but this is almost as bad, bro. Like, come on, dude. Come on, you don't know what the fuck you signing. You got doctors and scientists and shit in that motherfucker that don't know what the fuck you signing.
And then they even the doctors even said, well, we have to have it legal in order to do more tests on it because we don't know how it works and why it works, but it works. The shit might not be working. The doctors are saying this shit, and he's asking questions like, I might not need to do this, but I'm going to do it, you know what I'm saying? You know,
and that motherfucker said it saved my wife's life, so you know what he mean by that.
Cause I was finna off her ass too.
Hey, exactly. Hey, he said it helped me with my alcoholism, and it saved my life, saved my wife's life. Yeah, it kept you from getting drunk and beating the shit out of your wife
So
because you
basically,
was able to
he
just sit in the room and trip.
so what he did was he took one thing that he couldn't handle and substituted with another.
Basically,
That's not intervention, bro. You supposed to be able to wean yourself off or quit and not do nothing at all. So he's standing right there in the Oval Office, still a user, a active user.
yeah,
Probably high at a low dosage.
yeah. Hey, and he's
When
giving
he
the president advice. The president is taking his advice from junkies.
and what's going to happen is the worst friend that you can ever have
From
is one
drunk
of them
and
folks that
junkies.
say, you never tried it. Take a hit of this. You remember them old commercials? Take a hit of this. Everybody's doing it, man. And then here you go. You can learn a lot from a dummy commercials after they found out that shit wasn't working, bro. They used
I
to
like
show
this
us
right
stuff
here.
on TV.
Hey, like I say, I don't have a problem with anybody that likes to get high on fungus or anything else. I personally don't give a fuck what the fuck you put in your goddamn body. I'm talking about the fact that this motherfucker was talking about getting FDA approval over some shit he don't even know work. He don't know. He don't know shit. So I don't give a fuck if you like shrooms or you like booger sugar or you like I like alcohol and all that shit too. But the fuck out of here, man. Alcohol ain't FDA approved, motherfucker. The fuck that's supposed to be the Food and Drug Administration.
Auntie, you know
Like
what
they just
also
over
works
here
too?
signing goddamn executive orders based on the advice of fucking junkies. And laughing and giggling about that shit in the fucking Oval Office. And motherfuckers just gonna overlook that shit because they like the effects of mushrooms. That shit is funny to me.
Auntie,
As
you
a
know
matter of
what
fact, that's
also
not even
works
funny.
too?
That shit's sad.
You know what also works too for all the problems? If you gonna give somebody a dosage of certain things that'll make them sit in the corner and not do shit and make them slob out of their mouth, that's the cure to the problem, I guess. Because they can't do nothing. They sitting there not doing nothing. Man, these folks just want to get high, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They on some Boston Tea Party shit, bro. They upset because the dope. Boy, all right.
I'm just saying, because for the most part, people just want that shit legal so that way their insurance companies can pay for that shit, man. The insurance companies can pay for that shit. They get doctor scripts. I'm just saying, if you like getting high that much, should it matter whether that shit is legal or not? Just go get that shit. Crack is not now, nor has it ever been legal, but crackheads still smoking crack.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? So the fuck, if you like that shit that much, should it matter whether that shit legal or not to you, to a user? Users don't give a fuck whether that shit legal or not. No, they legalizing that shit so these motherfuckers get rich off that shit. That's it. You got a bunch of people that's about to get paid.
You know, there's a lot of people really look. I know some folk that was like doing hard drugs and everything. A lot of the dispensary stuff, they scared of it. They want street shit. That's real talk. You can ask some of the guys that's been smoking marijuana for a long time. They were like, man, you don't know what you're getting, bro. Out of the dispensary.
Man, they talk about them damn hippies and shit from the 60s. Them motherfuckers, the ones I know, hey, them old motherfuckers still growing their own shit, man.
Yeah.
They ain't going to no
hemp,
goddamn
they call it hemp.
dispensary.
Classic.
You know?
Yeah. You can do yeah.
They're like, fuck all that
hybrid
hybrid strains and shit. They like, nah, man. Hell nah.
Gallagher Talk is the Claudio called Dominican representative. Decalcify my pineal gland while simultaneously practicing impulse control self mastery. Come on, man. Yo, why niggas judge the shrooms But fucking alcohol is horrible.
I'm not judging shrooms. I'm judging the government's process on signing an executive order to legalize the motherfuckers.
Bruh, the shit, yo, shrooms is actually good for you, yo.
Bro, and you know what? Look, whether or not they're good for you, that's a different conversation for a different stream, likely even a different channel, right? So let me put up my disclaimer right here when it comes to that. But
Crazy.
at the same time, I will say this much. Mushrooms are natural. Like that's pretty much as natural as you can get. Grows out of the earth. Understandable. But the process that they talking about, FDA approval, the president signing an executive order, you don't even know what the fuck you signing. Nothing. Bro, how the hell can you back that type of shit? And on top of that, they saying that this shit was put, like these laws against it and stuff were put in place to target the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement of the late 60s. Y'all ain't even talking about righting the wrongs that was put, you know what I'm saying, that came to be based on those things. Y'all just like, fuck it, we gonna legalize it, and everybody that got fucked over the last 60 years. Oh well. We can use it now though.
Hey, shit, there was a white boy out here in Connecticut. He got caught with a bunch of shrooms. He got with a barn full of shrooms. Yeah, he got smoked. He got smoked. He got over 10 years for that shit. So,
Well, that's because he was distributing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's distribution. Just having, I don't think having them was illegal
Yeah,
like that. But as soon as you start
right.
distributing, yeah, bro, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
they
more than likely, even with this executive order, we're gonna hear a little bit more about it, but it's probably still gonna be the case where you're
but
gonna
on
need
420,
you're gonna need the
is
license.
hilarious.
Yeah. Now you're gonna need like specific licenses to distribute, pretty much big pharma type licenses. So that those are things that I got issues with right there. Like even the situation you just mentioned, fighter. Oh boy, in his barn, you know, in his barn doing his thing. He's sitting in jail. He got over 10 years. You about to go get him out? Now that you done signed an executive order to legalize this shit?
And he just got sentenced recently too. That's the funny part.
No, they're gonna be like, hey, whoever's backing our political campaigns and shit, and who's already got billions, those are the only people that's gonna be able to sell that shit, man.
Yeah, they're gonna get first. It's gonna be like the weed game.
You know?
They're gonna get first dibs.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the problems I have. I can give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Who does shrooms? Make me a goddamn difference. You know?
Yeah,
But
this is crazy. This is
it's
this is
just bugging
crazy.
me out that he's just signing this executive order. And he's literally sitting there saying he don't know shit, and neither do the damn scientists and doctors around him. The only people that know shit are junkies and people trying to get paid. And he's like, okay, cool, I'll sign it. My good friend Joe Rogan hit me up, so I'll sign it. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, it's crazy.
This is the world we living in.
You would have had problems.
I did it with, there was a Green Beret, 28-year sergeant major that told me when we finished.
Listen to this shit, fighter.
Demonic relations.
Big problems.
I've done it 3 times.
Yeah,
It works.
please.
It fixed my demonic
He
relationship.
said, I've done it 3 times.
Bob O'Neill is a friend of mine and a great guy. Go ahead.
It fixed my demonic relationship with alcohol. It saved my life, and then it saved my wife. So every day's a blessing. It took.
Now I saved your wife from you, motherfucker. You saved your wife from yo crazy ass. You know? Because you wasn't getting drunk no more. You just tripped and she didn't annoy you as much anymore.
About 3 years of, I did it 3 times. It's a different adventure every time. That's not fun.
So without it, you would have had problems.
And thanks for pointing that out, Rooster. He said it's a different adventure every time.
And then keywords, it's not fun. So basically, you having a goddamn attack up in there or whatever you were doing, you seeing shit, bro. You seeing some shit that probably worse than your wife is.
He's seeing shit that's seeing him. He's seeing shit see him. Like he's fucked up out here, man. I told you, all the Disney characters, bro. Bro, Marvel movies just ain't the same no more. When you tripping.
Man, look, when they goddamn bowl of bananas get up that motherfucker talking to you, yeah, I'm about to drop a dime on you, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
I'm
shit.
seeing what you do, boy.
You know what I'm saying? When the
Alright.
Chiquita chick just jump off that motherfucking label on that banana, bro, and just start fucking dancing. Yeah.
Fighter. Fight.
Well,
Yo, but he did this shit on 420 is the funny
nah, he
part.
didn't do it. I don't think he did it today. He did it like
Okay.
I think it was over the weekend, like Saturday or something. It
Oh, okay,
came up in
okay.
my feed this morning though. They came up in my feed this morning. Let
Cause
me
yeah,
see
cause
what they
this is me. I just found out because of you right now, literally. Cause
Yeah, this
what the
was 2
fuck?
days ago. This was two. Bro, you're not going to hear about it because don't nobody like reporting on real news out this motherfucker, man. You know?
They don't like
This
talking
real
about that
news, man.
stuff.
Trump
I
backing
watch the news daily.
psychedelic drugs.
But just think about
My
it.
issue is just though that look, like I said, they admitted in the beginning of this video right here that when it was these laws prohibiting this stuff were put in place to target specific demographics, pretty much the hippies, civil rights movement, you know, the anti-war movement. That's what they mean, the hippies and the civil rights movement. Okay, that they made it a criminal issue. Now all of a sudden it's a treatment issue because basically what Rogan is saying is that this is a great alternative to the opiates, you know, that people are being prescribed and they're overdosing on and everything else. This is a great alternative. Um, Got to get them high on something. So
So they
let's just do
basically are
mushrooms.
using. So basically, they're using medical facilities to
Yeah,
stabilize your problem. So they give you a proper dosage, so you don't OD, but you still in the same funk though. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, the shrooms is not addictive.
well, I was about to say I've never heard of anybody like overdosing on
Right.
mushrooms or psychedelics, or you know what I'm saying, because like just like Lord ADS was saying, you know what I'm saying, acid and shit will fall into that category too of psychedelics. So you know what I'm saying, that includes um you know, ecstasy, Molly, you know, and shit like that, I would assume, right? But I have heard of people getting permanently fucked up off of that shit.
That part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I have heard about that, but never overdosing.
Well, I'm saying it because with the
What's up, Mella?
okay,
Hey,
go ahead.
yeah. Check this out, right? Being a
Hmm.
veteran, I have experienced a front view. I don't know if I sound too loud saying this. I'm
No,
real
you're good.
passionate. Okay. So there was like at least two brothers that whose story entails getting high off not only shrooms but PCP, all that stuff
Mhm.
that makes you hallucinate, right?
That's what I'm saying. This is a
They didn't come
hallucinogen.
back,
Yeah,
man. They did not come back. They wound up in diapers because they were too out of their mind to be in control of their body. Don't do drugs. Do not. Just find a way to nutritionally enhance yourself. You don't need all that exploratory curiosity to satisfy something that all you got to do is walk down a path less traveled by exploring how to cure your own demons. Forgive me for the D word, but I'm just saying, like a lot of people, you know, who may or may not be in ears length, you know, like they might not be able to relate to what it is to be traumatized in childhood. I know I can't. I tried to make friends with people who were traumatized in their childhood. You know how it turned out? Effed up. You know why? Because to pretend that you can relate to somebody who's been traumatized, eventually they're going to turn on your ass because the core issue is nobody can walk in my shoes. No, anybody that's trying to be friends with me is a fake ass MF and all this other kind of stuff. I'm telling you, being friends with people who are traumatized is not going to work out for you until that traumatized individual works out their own D word, otherwise known as demons. I'm telling you. So mushrooms ain't going to cure it. Weed not going to cure it. Alcohol's not going to cure it. Nothing's going to cure it until you do the work to resolve and reconcile that fate happened to me, but I'm more powerful than my fate. And I'm done. I'm dropping the mic. Thank you, Auntie.
And you got to think about it, Miller. Once you go on that trip or get that high or get that alcoholic feeling while you sitting in the bottom of that bottle, once that high wear off, you're back to reality. And there go the cycle again.
Back to
Now people
love,
just gonna go get high again.
back to reality.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
Yeah.
can't take their reality. They can't take their consciousness, right? It's like, because, like, say for instance, somebody is just into drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. And then they wake up sober and they have these ruminating thoughts of why they were drinking in the first place, to escape. It's all about escapism, escaping the reality. And until you're strong enough to reconcile that my reality is not my destiny, then you will continue to look for escape. Get off the drugs, people.
And then look, Miller, it ain't even got to be drugs. I just hate I started smoking like cigars and stuff. Some of the cigars I've been around, I done tried them. I won't smoke them because they too harsh. But I love the smell of that goddamn coffee. Like, boy, it's addictive. That like a cigar lounge when you go up in there and smell it, smelling like.
I'm so glad I've made your introduction. What we have yet to discover is what is it about that smell that you would prioritize to distract you from goals that enhance your future, man. What that smell got to do with enhancing your future? Nothing.
Now, Miller, check
But
this
that's why
out,
I
right?
would hate that start smoking cigars.
That's one of the reasons why I'm breaking this down. Like, because of course we could have just read up on it and saw more, but I like watching this interaction because you got the president of the United States of America up here talking about, does it work? It does work, right? Hey, and he is about to sign this executive order and he don't know shit. The doctors, the scientists don't know shit. Nothing.
And then the man
But when Joe Rogan hit him up by text message, he just said, what you need, FDA approval? Like they just giving it out.
Okay.
All you
Beyond
gotta
the
do is grease a palm. Like they don't even give a fuck if that shit be murking motherfuckers. They just like, whatever, bro. We'll just slap a FDA approved label and get to selling this shit.
Okay. I'm glad that you made that public service announcement that the government ain't shit. This is not a foreign concept. We're talking about the guy that was quote unquote in charge during the pandemic, right? That said that bleach can get rid of the season. So people voted for a dumbass, period. And so this is not a foreign concept. Like for us to be shocked that he's crooked is an insult to intelligent people. It's like, of course he's crooked, but people
right now with the doctors and the scientists that really, they pretty much said like, look, we got to do some more testing. We don't really know shit. That was who was on his right. He get cut off immediately by the motherfucker on his left that pretty much just said, look, I'm a junkie and it worked for me.
But
I wasn't drunk and now I'm a junkie and it worked for me. And not only did it save my life, but it saved my wife's life.
Yeah. Because he's in
Which, I mean, I believe what he means is, hey, that saved him from taking his wife's life. Or it saved his wife from having her life taken by him. But
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, they didn't get specific about the life-saving details, right? They just said it saved my life. They didn't go into detail like, yeah, I was so messed up laying in the bed thinking I was a fish or a frog or a toad or whatever these people
But
hallucinate.
he's like
It's like
it
I'm
does
so
work,
busy
right?
hallucinating that I didn't kill my wife that day.
But
So
I'm
it
just
saved
bugging
me.
out that he's just like, look, it does work, right? And he about to sign the order anyway. Like you got the
Well,
press in here, all of that shit. You about to sign it anyway.
Wait, it's like, why are we talking about how deranged that guy is when we were already informed? Are people having Trump voter regret now? Is that what we're doing?
I
Like,
didn't vote for the
no.
motherfucker. I don't
Listen to what I'm
trust
is
them
saying.
there
politicians.
I
people
I tried to
that want
tell
to say,
y'all that.
this what he doing? This one, it's like, oh, you should have already known what he was capable of,
yeah.
dementia or not.
You
First
should
of
have
all, he
What's
known
was
up,
what
too
Miss
what he
Paulette?
was
old.
capable
He
of.
was too old. See, here's the gag, right? Everybody was jumping on the previous president about him being too old. He got dementia. But here it is, people voted for another old ass man.
Yeah, that
Why
was
did they do
stupid.
that? Why did they do that? And you know what?
Cause
This
that
old ass man's father has a medical history of having dementia at the same age that the current president is. Nobody thought about that, right? It was like, oh, it's not gonna happen to Trump. He wears those red ties and talk big shit. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to him. Lo and behold, he's doing shit that don't make no fucking sense. I wonder why.
but Miller,
Well,
the
because he
thing
got a
is,
text message from his good friend Joe Rogan. That's what he
no,
said.
no, but Miller, we
Yeah,
got to understand. We got to
another
understand.
handler. Okay.
We got to understand as a group of people, you are supposed to know that certain people are capable of certain things based on the history of that group of people. We are not supposed to be looking for anything to come good from them.
Oh, you
Why
know.
is this no, we are not. Look, if over the period of history, if everybody went to United States history, study world geography, we know that people that come from that certain group that looks like him have never done anything. They'll implement certain things to win you over, but they have never done anything to benefit people that look like you or maybe the same skin color as you. So it shouldn't be shocking. Only thing you have to do is pay attention to the history and the data.
I thought that's what I just said.
But I just said it in the Negro way.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all the same.
You know what?
You said it
I
in a
dig you.
country ass nigga,
No,
am
no,
I
it
crooked
wasn't
letter fucking
country.
way, nigga. Um, but it's all
It
good.
wasn't
It's
country.
all good. We
It was
fucks with
like,
you today, Vic.
yeah, it wasn't country at all. I appreciate it. It wasn't country.
But
But I'm just
listen to this
saying
shit.
though.
Hold up.
Go ahead, NT.
Rob
Go ahead.
O'Neill, who's a friend of mine and a great guy. Go ahead.
It fixed my demonic relationship with alcohol. It saved my life, and then it saved my wife. So every day is a blessing. It took about 3 years of. I did it 3 times. It's a different adventure every time. That's not fun.
Different adventure every time. Nigga, you was
That's crazy.
tripping. You was
You know,
tripping, dog.
yeah, that's
And
crazy as
NT,
hell.
but you missing that he said it is not fun, and he did it. It took him 3 years, and he did it 3 times. So this
3 years is not
this
long
feeling,
enough.
hold on. This feeling was so dramatic and probably was so goddamn scary to where he said, "Oh hell no!" For the rest of the 365 days,
I'm gonna keep it real for your country self, right? If you put a big
I
booty
ain't gonna.
hole in front of that man, he's gonna take a drink to fuck her. Period. 3 years is not long enough to be sober. It's not.
No, he did it three times, once a
Yeah.
year. Think about
Yeah.
what he said. So this shit scared him
Or he
so
did that
goddamn
shit 3.
bad.
Yeah.
It scared
Yeah.
him so bad to where he said, "Well, I'm going back into the state of depression, so let me take a toke." of the total kid.
Okay,
I don't know how he consumed his mushrooms or his psychedelic, because that's what I'm saying, man. He could be talking about anything. He be talking about an acid tab, you know.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
he be
gonna
talking about all types of shit. You don't know, fucking Quaalude, whatever.
I'm gonna be clinical right now. There comes a time when there's nutritional depletion, right? And there are certain foods, herbs, and drugs that will deplete what it is that you normally operate your mind with. And I'm not discouraging anybody from doing whatever they want to do under the umbrella of having a good time. What I'm saying is play carefully, play very carefully. If you don't realize that you have to have a full stomach, as the Southerners call it, grease on your gut, then you making your first mistake. Second mistake is not understanding the source of what you're smoking or drinking. That's the second mistake. The third mistake is believing that you're invincible while you're under the influence of it. It doesn't happen. What is happening is a delusion. Dare I say, I won't say hypnotic, but there's some hallucination going on in some instances. Like there are people who have DUIs for a reason. I don't, thank God. You know, they believe that they can operate a vehicle under the influence of alcohol. They believe that. And so you got doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs in Cook County Jail wondering how the hell they got there. Is because they were under the influence of a substance that they had no respect for. If you're going to fuck around with drugs and alcohol, have respect for that shit. Period. Study up, do it right,
look,
or don't do it.
I take me a cup of a sip of a cup of tea or a little lightening water every once in a while, but I don't operate.
You sound like you're familiar with more than
Nah,
every once in a
but
while.
no. In Rooster's
Nah,
defense,
she alright. She alright.
Rooster is a professional driver, so he know not to get behind the wheel, man. He
No, I don't do nothing.
so I give him that.
I didn't accuse him of anything. I'm certain that he is blessed beyond favor because I'm here too. So, you know, it's all good. I'm not here to insult
it's all right. No,
I
it's all right.
present
She
the
ain't going too far.
message that if you're gonna do it right. Do it right. It's like a lot of people, they don't do it right. They go all goofy with it, like, oh, let me try this. It's like, no, don't do anything without knowing. Don't do anything without knowing about it. If you with your peers, it's like, hey, try this, man. Please understand the source of what it is you're consuming and whether or not your body is prepared for the mind-altering experience of it. That's all I'm advocating, Auntie. I'm not trying to insult anybody.
Cause for
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Fighter earlier. I'm like, look, man, I get it. Mushrooms are natural, come from the earth, all of that shit, man. And I personally, I don't give a fuck if you want to do shrooms or not. I'm just bugging on the process in which your president of the United States signs an executive order in the Oval Office.
I heard he was on
with Joe Rogan, some junkies, and some fucking crackers. Let's keep it real. Just want to get rich quick.
Oh yeah, that's a money grab. Yeah,
but
yeah.
Auntie, you supposed to
Which,
know
which is the reason why I said he ran for office in the first place, to cut out the middleman.
Of course, he's a businessman. Remember,
for the plug, but become the fucking plug. Like that was it. They didn't want to go through all of this shit. They didn't want to have to go through lobbyists and all of that shit on Capitol Hill. You know what I'm saying? To get bills signed and shit like that. Fuck that. Motherfuckers just text that nigga, dog, and you get FDA approval to sell dope in the streets. Man, shout out to Big Brenda. If y'all are not, one second, real quick, I'm gonna get right back to y'all. If y'all are not following your boy on Twitch, make sure y'all follow me on Twitch. Appreciate that. Here go Big Brenda Clark with the cheers with Twitch. I'm gonna drop my Twitch link that's in the description box for any channel. We are simulcasting on Twitch as well. So here go Big Brenda with the cheer party. Appreciate that, and we're gonna thank her for that.
Witness the sea walk of the incredible. Mr. Dub, keep it gangster, dog, keep it gangster. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you all. I wanna thank you. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Everybody say that shit. The city is a lit. West side is a lit.
Appreciate that, Big Brenda, with the cheers on Twitch. Yes, y'all can support Auntie on Twitch at the home of the official YT Purge, as well as Auntie's The Boiler Room. I'll give it back to y'all. Y'all got it.
But you can go first or I can go first. But I'm saying, man, we were supposed to expect this to come. They found cocoa in the White House, and then they posted it all over ABC News and other platforms. They said even during the Biden era, they found cocoa in the White House. And
Yeah,
nobody
it's the
has
White
been
House,
held
bro.
accountable for it.
Where else would it be?
Okay, so why wouldn't we think they will orchestrate a whole deal to say it is okay to have cocoa in the Oval Office? Chris Rock says no sex in the champagne room, but it is okay to have cocoa in the Oval Office. I repeat.
You smoke crack, don't
no
you?
Sex.
Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
You are free to have
why you
cocoa.
think? Yeah, why you think that the president is texting on X all hours of the night? He's on some kind of speed. I'm not saying that the man doesn't sleep in the daytime, but it's kind of awkward for the president to sleep during business hours, and yet he's up past business hours all night texting
Some
the most
people like Adderall though.
irate
A lot
shit.
of them like Adderall.
I remember
Adderall.
now coffee don't do it like that. Let's just keep it real. Coffee don't do it like he was doing it. The way he was doing it,
coffee doesn't keep you in. I drink a lot of coffee. It doesn't.
That MFer, respect to the Oval Office and whoever would be sitting in it, but this particular individual sitting in it, you know what he's doing? Speed of some sort. Like there, as a matter of fact, I looked it up. There's a word that I can barely pronounce that is an official prescription. An official prescription, you know, and you know, the side effects are sleeplessness.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
there
saying?
are a few drugs like that. There are a few.
Prescription
I'm not going
drugs.
to talk about them today, but yeah, there are a few.
So it's not a foreign concept that he's gonna approve. You know, like if this elderly man thinks I'm in the best cognitive performance of my life, I got energy at 4:00 in the morning, then somebody comes to him with, mushrooms and weed work too. It's like, for real? Okay, you got FDA approval. Here you go.
He said,
That's why that motherfucker just said, "What you need? FDA approval? I got you."
Yeah.
Like like motherfuckers is in the Oval Office slinging FDA approval. We got it for the low.
That shit better than Blue Magic, ain't it?
Drug dealing.
We got them FDA. We got them FDA approval stamps for the low.
Drug dealing.
For
Big
real.
Eagle. Big Eagle on that motherfucker. Spread wings. Big Eagle stamp. Yeah.
Presidential seal. I'll sign an executive order. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
Just imagine people coming down the block right now.
For him? Everybody that wish they had that power. That's all. I want to talk about the people, if I am so allowed, who thought it was a good idea to vote for someone with the same attributes as their own desires. This is what you're getting. And now you want to complain? Good luck with that.
Well, I'm not complaining though. Hey, I'm a deep South person. You know what I'm saying? I just learned to let white folk do what they do. It ain't changed nothing on my table. I still
you heard the regret.
I can't show the Gina video yet, Lord. Without I gotta, you know what I'm saying, do just a little bit of editing because I can't give up the source because I got sources.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, I
save
do
the
have
source.
to. Yeah, she did a whole plate. She did the whole plate.
Oh Lord.
She did the whole
Every
plate.
time, boy,
Yeah.
Save
I
the
gotta go blow
source.
my nose. Look,
Hey,
I can't.
Shay, so does
I done
she.
seen. Look,
I'm
I
saying
done
so does she. You
look.
feel me? Hey,
See, right now
Like,
I'm on caffeine right now, right? I'm on what they call matcha, right?
thank
And
you.
what I like about
I'm about to
matcha,
refill that. I'm on espresso. I can't even drink regular coffee no more. That shit
no,
don't do
I'm on matcha, and what I love about matcha is I don't get that crash, right? But when I'm on matcha,
You
I'm
do.
like
You just
this.
don't notice it.
No, well, sir, I think I am familiar with myself. But anyway, what I'm saying is
ooh,
that
spicy.
when it
God
comes to
damn.
the crash of coffee or espresso versus matcha, I'll choose matcha all day because it's not the same type of after effect, right? And here it is, this persona that's talking
You
loud and
putting any
proud.
whiskey in the matcha?
No, sir, I'm telling
Auntie,
you. And see that
Auntie, I
I
want you to
It
go
was a
I
look up.
understand
question.
the
I was
dig.
just asking.
I understand the dig. I'm telling you,
It was a question. Damn, Mella. Don't take
I'm telling
everything so
you
personally.
that matcha is that bang bang. If you absolutely positively have to have energy for something, matcha is your friend. Not just any
Look, Mella,
matcha, good
Mella,
matcha, not that bullshit you find in Target. Good matcha. It's a great
Mella.
investment.
What
Do
you
this
get it
for me.
imported or some shit?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
God damn, you over here endorsing shit. You can't tell a motherfucker. Come on,
No,
Mella.
I mean you could go to like Whole Foods and get the, you know, you can get organic matcha. It's not a secret.
Hey, and
Like,
then that's the
yeah,
question. Boom, there you go.
it's not a secret.
You was talking
Everybody
about,
Hey,
oh,
go to
that's for me
Whole
to know.
Foods.
And you to find out.
Everybody go to whatever fucking stores that got organic stuff and get you some energy that won't make you crash like espresso, that won't make you crash like molded ass coffee. You know how many people are drinking coffee and don't realize those beans are
I don't
mold? They
like I
got
said. I haven't
mold
had
on them
coffee
fucking
in
coffee
fucking years.
beans, man. Mold. And then they
look,
wonder why they still
Mella.
sick.
What I want y'all to do,
Hey,
you and
It's
mold,
Auntie, Mella,
corrupted in
mold,
their fucking
fungus,
brain.
or shrooms.
Oh,
same thing.
mushroom?
You know what I'm
Okay.
Same
just saying?
thing.
Mold, fungus, shrooms, the same shit. Yeah.
But
Well,
So
look,
with
Auntie,
there's
that,
what I
ways
want
to
y'all to look at,
prepare
I did it with.
mushrooms.
what I want
There's a
y'all to
way.
look up though, and
See,
this is what the
mold is
conversation.
not eradicated with regular coffee preparation. That's the problem. If
Nah,
you
the
know
whole
how to
thing is that's
eradicate
another habit.
mold
That'll be
off
another
your
habit.
coffee beans, then
That'll be
okay,
another
you can
habit.
work with something.
That'll be another habit that I won't want to spend my money on. Look,
And
coffee
then
is
they got what's this other stuff?
hold on. Coffee is one element off from cocaine. So I don't try to bother that.
That's
One
as far as you
element.
study. You haven't
Okay.
studied further than that.
Hey, now you a good man,
Well,
man. You driving that motherfucking truck all day. You ain't got no
no,
car. You ain't on no caffeine or none of that shit.
no, hell no. Sunflower
No,
seeds,
what
baby.
And
you do?
then
Energy
yerba
drinks
Sunflower
or
seeds.
mate.
something?
I need to see what. Okay, sir. Have you heard of
Sunflower seeds.
yerba mate? Yerba
Look,
mate. Have you heard of that?
I heard of cashew coffee, and
Okay,
once I
yerba
know that
mate is a stimulant rather from South America, and that's supposed to be a substitute for coffee for people who would prefer it. But the problem with that is another situation. So there
listen
are
what I'm
all
saying.
types of stimulants that you have yet to discover. All you want to do is go, make that truck stop, get a cup of coffee, and be
I
cool.
don't drink coffee like that.
What
I
what
drink.
what, what you do to stay awake?
He just
No,
said
While
he
you
don't
listen.
drink
driving?
coffee. You don't be
I don't
listening,
drink
Mella?
coffee.
That's why I
Listen
asked
what I'm
him. I
saying.
was like, "What you do?
You know,
Energy
you
drinks
know,
or
you
what the
know
fuck?"
what my stimulant is in life. Coochie. Rising my day.
So you looking for lot lizards for stimulation?
Hell no. I got a whole goddamn wife. All that other stuff that I got to buy and pay
You see
Thank
money
you,
your
Miss
wife
for
Paulette.
every
to
day?
get me addicted. No, listen, my addiction is to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness with my
Right,
family.
What up?
right, right,
All
There
right,
you
that
go.
right.
other stuff. Look, I like remember when I told you about like the scent
I
of
respect you.
cigars? That's
I want
something
you.
like
Yeah.
I like the smell of coffee that's cooking and brewing, but I don't
Okay.
drink that shit. It's cigars that smell, get that same smell. I
Okay.
can
You.
stand around you, but it's so harsh that I can't hit it.
I'm gonna
But
tell you
it's just
something that's
nice.
gonna blow your mind, right? The
Yeah.
reason why
Hold up, before
you.
y'all go into the rabbit hole, I
No,
want
I
to
didn't say
play
I'm
this a little
Yeah.
bit longer. Now I just want to play this a little bit longer because I'm about to watch the basketball game. Nick's about to play in about
Oh
an hour.
Lord.
There was a Green Beret, 28-year sergeant major, that told me when we finished, make sure you tell Amber Capone, the CEO of Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions, that she saved my life because I was going to kill myself next week. This was my last chance. I had a 28-year veteran tell me that.
Oh,
This works.
what the
Okay.
fuck? Oh, these
I
white
think
Wait,
folks
what?
crazy.
Yeah,
I
These
told
white
you.
folks crazy.
I told you. That's who
Oh,
this motherfucker taking his advice from
Oh no, you don't
in
take
the
advice
fucking
from
Oval Office and
suicidal
about to sign this shit.
historians. A
oh.
suicidal historian? You don't take advice from people like that.
Be careful
He
with
said
that
I
word,
was
Nella.
about to delete
Excuse my
myself
S
next
word, but
week.
I'm just saying, like people that have found themselves emotionally compromised to the point of unaliving themselves have some work yet to do, as opposed to being advisors.
Nah, he's advising the president of the United States in the fucking Oval Office. You know,
Right.
about an executive order he's signing. You know, to
And
back
because this guy got a bunch of
psychedelic drugs.
well,
And they are
obviously,
openly saying this. This man literally said, bro, look, in the state of Texas, right? In other states, right? Don't you know when you say that you are willing to commit harm to someone else or yourself, they supposed to be calling that white van to pick your stupid ass up. I would
they
have had
supposed to be
somebody
calling that
tackle his
truck.
stupid
They
And
ass.
that's
supposed to
all
be
I'm
I,
calling
saying.
that
I'm like,
truck.
when I see the
Hey,
president of the United States signing executive orders, I'm not even tripping about the whole, yeah, it's mushrooms or I got a problem with my. I told you I'm indifferent to that shit. I don't do them, but other people that do
oh,
them, whatever. I understand what they are and the effects and shit like that.
all you
I
care about is the Knicks game, right?
Well, in a minute, yeah. But at the same time, I'm just like, look at the process that this motherfucker's about to sign an executive order. You would assume that you would have some scientists, some doctors saying, look, we've done the research, we've done the homework. This is necessary. This is a great alternative. You don't even have that up
And
here.
see, a doctor didn't even shut him up back in the pandemic days when he said bleach can cure it. Like people, he doesn't hire people that shut him up. What don't people understand about that? He has nobody around him to correct him. That's the problem.
I'm just like that. That
well,
process is this process here
I
is
think there was
extremely questionable. And
there
and
was
just like
one.
just like Rooster saying, he right, you bro, you right on the money with that shit. I'm like, they just out in the open with that shit. Like, yo, whatever. This how we
Of
do shit
course,
here. You know what I'm saying? This how we do shit here.
there is.
mm, mm, mm.
I would suspect that there is no one.
And in front of the press and all, I can even understand if you had a closed door meeting and that's how it came to be. I can understand that because I believe a lot of shit's been done like that over the years. But to just do this shit in the public, like y'all ain't even dress up for the cameras. And like have somebody hook you up with a teleprompter or some
This
shit.
is what the
Y'all just
public
came up here
wants.
and just freestyled that shit like fuck it. Who gonna check me, boo?
This is what the
Like they was
public
already
wants.
in the
That's why
building.
they voted for him.
Yeah.
That's what
Man,
they want. They want the salaciousness. That's what they want. They don't want professionalism. They don't want self-control. They don't want regulation. They want some off the wall jerk leading the country. That's why they
well,
voted for him.
hold on. It ain't him by himself doing this, bro.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. These people are
he
actually.
fired.
Hold on.
Okay.
How is it him by himself when he has people that
Now he
he's
clearly ain't, but
basically
he
saying,
clearly
I
ain't by
have
himself.
not.
He taking his advice
Look,
from
he
other
has
people.
people
Yeah.
back here that he's questioning why he has the pen and paper in front of him. He
You
said,
know what
you
that,
said it
you know
worked.
what that
And
person
okay,
did? You know what
man,
that MF did? He showed up to the
this man,
Supreme Court intimidating justices that he bought and paid for, right? This is a guy that believes he rules the country and he doesn't care
okay,
whether or not you're offended by his
So that's
executive
gangsterism
orders,
then.
by
That
his
ain't got nothing to do with it.
opinions,
That's
by
gangster.
his outbursts. He does not care. And I want
That's gangster.
people to understand what level that can go to with a person that doesn't care. Have you ever experienced a person that absolutely positively beyond my own self-interest doesn't care? Have you ever
Yes,
experienced
every
somebody like
black
that?
person in the United States has
I was
experienced
gonna say,
someone
if
who
you
doesn't
catch me
care.
at the wrong time of certain days, yeah, I'm that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. But today's not one of those days. I don't know.
Right.
Um,
But look, listen, Auntie, based on what she's saying, every black person that's been subjugated to having a relative that was placed in slavery, whether they're indigenous or in America, period, bro, they have been subjugated to the behaviors of certain people, bro. So it's not new to us. It's just some people who are wanted to be classified as black and upper echelon, they look over it. This is nothing new, bro. Them folk been getting high. We have every state got Martin Luther King and the train tracks, right? The train tracks divided, but we also saw white kids, white old folks or whatever used to come to the neighborhood, even though their people put the drugs in our neighborhoods and they came over there, snuck by and bought shit as if they couldn't go to the white people. But what they was doing is saving face. They was always hiding that they was on the drug. They just didn't want Billy or Bob or Trump to know. And then
now
when they have
they ain't hiding shit.
they ain't
Um,
hiding shit. They say, "Oh, you bumped that dope
they ain't
too?
hiding
Oh
shit. As a
shit!
matter of fact,
Welcome to the party."
they demanding that you not only do you decriminalize some shit, but you make it easier for them to get a hold of that shit.
Right. And then they ain't got to come deal with us no more.
What's
They
up,
threw
Rose?
it on us.
Yeah, hey, Miss
And they
Paulette, that's what it is. Mr. President himself has signed an executive order to back motherfuckers on mushrooms. They're like it's a great alternative to fucking opium and synthetic opium, pretty much. Because
Everybody gonna
let's
be
keep it real.
hallucinating out there
Let,
legally.
let- I'm just saying, let's keep it real. That's what these overdoses that they be talking about. That's what they're talking about. Synthetic opium.
Not only
all,
that,
all of
it
that
makes
that, that
people
laboratory
hallucinate.
made dope.
It
half of the
makes
United
people
States is going to
hallucinate,
look like
man.
Kensington. That's what's going to happen.
What
Half of the United States is going to look like Kensington.
it
Look
makes
it up.
people hallucinate, and that's a problem. Remember everybody to like, subscribe, and share the channel.
Yeah.
You have the boiler room giving it to you raw, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, we're actually we're at the home of the official YT Purge. We're at the Boiler Auntie's, the Boiler Room, and we're also streaming live on Twitch right now too.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
Ask Marcus to speak about his experience.
Thank you, Secretary. Yeah, Mr. President, what Robin Neal's talking about, my wife Amber Capone is the CEO of our charity Vets, Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions. We had prayed for this day to come 10 years ago when we started the charity. We've been sending veterans outside the country, Joe, that you've been talking about for years, several thousand now. And we said the mission will end once this day happens. So we believe this is a huge step in maybe that the mission goes away and now we have affordable access right here in the U.S.
Why didn't they get it done?
We're getting it done right. You're getting it done.
Why yet other presidents looking at it? Why didn't they get it done?
I think we needed you.
I guess that's my job. I can answer that question, sir. if you want.
Go ahead, please.
There's a small group of us in the House that have been trying to move legislation since I showed up. Mr. Correa, Mr. Bergman, Mr. McCall, Mr. Crenshaw, every year have tried to move legislation. That side of the room is not going to like what I have to say about this. And every year it has all fallen short. Every year it has all fallen short. And it's because of the proverbial roadblocks that are always in the way.
Right, that's right.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, the lobbyists. They don't want to admit that shit. The lobbyists were in the motherfucking way. In order to be able to talk to them politicians and get legislation changed, you had to grease the palms of them fucking lobbyists with them ridiculously high retainer fees. Now you was able to just hit up your homeboy Joe Rogan, who was able to just send a text message and you just go straight to the fucking source.
Yeah.
That's what this is what Donald Trump meant when he said drain the swamp. He didn't mean shit about getting rid of corruption in politics. It's still there. It ain't going no fucking where. What they meant was fuck them lobbyists. Y'all ain't gotta pay them no more. Come straight to us. You pay us,
Yeah.
we'll get it done.
Yeah. It's
No more middleman. You come straight to the source.
yeah. Pretty
Just
much.
like Roy said, they turned the White House into the trap house. And I got news for
What's the
everybody.
trap
This was
house?
happening no matter what administration was there.
What's the trap house?
The house they sell dope out of.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, that's what it was. I knew what he meant when he said he was going to drain the swamp. I knew that shit, but everybody else didn't understand. They thought, oh, we're going to get rid of corrupt politicians. No, corrupt politicians ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Him and his boys got sick of paying them damn lobbyists to get shit done. So he's like, fuck that. I'll get up there and y'all come straight to me.
Good, Melly, you better stop acting like you ain't been to no spot where somebody come over and tell you, come on over here, baby. I'm sitting out here. Come drop this Subway sandwich off.
Hold
Come
on.
on
Just
now.
because I am adjacent to people who have done some things doesn't mean I've done those things. Okay.
I ain't say you did it, but if I was,
No, I think that's what you were saying.
if I'm young kid Rooster,
He's
and
like,
you
come on, Melly, stop pretending.
my
They're
piece of
pretending
my
you're right.
side piece, and if I'm handling business, you gonna come to
I
that
heard
trap
the
house. You know
term
what a trap house is.
I've heard the term before. I just didn't understand what it encapsulates. Like, what goes on in this so-called trap house? What happens? Do you know?
Hey, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Obviously, he's familiar with it.
But those members and myself were convicted never to give
It's
up.
a fun space.
Ever.
That's the only thing I can say.
And with this executive order,
Until the police
I'm
come.
going to maintain composure, Mr. President. With this
there he
executive
goes,
order,
incriminating
you've broken
himself.
down those barriers and allowed us, I have all the faith in the world that this will codify and will remain forever. So thank you very much for taking care of your service members and your veterans and giving the members that have been working on this for so long a chance. Thank you, sir.
Well, this, when I signed this does.
You like the way they're trying to hide behind service members and veterans? Signing executive orders on psychedelic drugs is making sure that you're taking care of your service members and veterans.
But see, they ain't really hiding behind it. You know, the first person snitched on it. He said his first interaction with the drug was with a Green Beret. So now you gave these people enough to track back to say which Green Beret was he hanging around, and most likely the phone number is in his phone. Bro, these folks crazy, bro. Come on, if you the first person that introduced me to drugs or I ever smoked weed for the first time, most likely you gonna be a close contact, even if I don't spend time with you day to day or whatever. Man, the first thing I'm gonna say, if I'm a addictive mindset person, hey, you got some more of that shit, cuz when I can't find it from nobody else. He done snitched on the Green Beret, bro. So we got doped up ass folks running tours all over the country, shoot them up, bang bang. It's why they own the stuff. You see what I'm saying, bro? Just think about it.
Solve it for the 3 year, but we'll get that codified very easily.
Absolutely.
Once I sign it, we get them codified. So we'll make it permanent. I have no doubt it's going to be working. Would anybody else like to say something? These two women are so talented.
Well, I love an executive order that says research, 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 because it's ultimately what guides us on to how to optimally do things. And I think that this is what hopefully will start to happen and bringing up change in a system that has been very difficult to modify because of prior experiences. These drugs have unique characteristics that could actually, if we don't investigate them, can bring us into potential applications that currently we're not thinking about. But if we close the door to science, if we close the door to data, we'll just keep on doing the same
Was
thing
that door
again and again.
closed? Do you think the door was closed?
It was hard.
Yes.
It was hard to do research.
It's very, very hard. And it's actually
Okay,
just by
okay, I
scheduling
wanna
as a
say
one,
something.
it makes it very
So
difficult.
this is a big move.
Okay. When it comes to the pharmaceutical industry, right? They are given permission to push medicine, right? Man-made medication. What this woman was just espousing is how this is going to open the door for them to get greater details of how human beings react. Because previously, the door was not open for them to create pharmaceuticals that include the constituents of those, this so-called mushroom stuff. I don't recall what the specific constituent is, but it's a very unique drug, right? Very unique. And it was not given permission to be explored. And this is how it is crucial. Physicians are now given the license to dispense the constituents of this type of medication, which is what they didn't have before. So now these research hounds are sharpening their knives and forks, ready to find out what happens when I put this broad on mushrooms or that Negro on mushrooms. This executive order opens the gate for the pharmaceutical company to further explore what happens to people who are vulnerable and looking for help. And they believe, since doctors are almighty, apparently, they're going to take their suggestions. Just think about those commercials, you guys.
The bottom line is this, Mella, and we know what's up. Their issue is that they've been killing their patients. Okay? With the shit that they've been giving motherfuckers before, they was just prescribing opiates for every fucking thing.
Right.
Okay? Pain, depression, ADHD, whatever the
Right.
fuck you were diagnosed with, it was a goddamn opiate. And with all of these damn overdoses and shit, it's like, what the fuck? Big Pharma losing money if the client is dying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't stay on this shit if it kills you. You know what I'm saying?
Used to me if you did.
So they're trying to find other alternatives that'll, you know what's up. The money's in the treatment, not a cure. You know what I'm saying? So you would think it's like, look, we want to decrease people's dependency on it. That would be the moral thing to do. We want to decrease people's dependency on anything.
Morals.
Not just opiates, not just hallucinogens, psychedelics, you know what I'm saying? Narcotics, barbiturates, all of that shit. Damn that. Even holistic medication to a damn degree. You wanna, you would want to, but nah, they're like, nah, damn that. We need treatment. This is big pharma. Big pharma runs America, man.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, which is true. Everything you said is true. There's also something to add to it. This burger bullshit, there's some lettuce, sauce, pickles, onions, and tomatoes to add to it, which is that what's happening is that they're going to push this shit, right? But it's going to be chemically altered. And thereby, it's not going to solve this overdose problem. It's not.
That's what I was
It's not going to solve the overdose problem because they're going to chemically alter it.
Well,
to suit
the only problem that they don't have
criteria.
Mella,
See, there's
they
the
don't have
FDA criteria, and then there's a natural mushroom.
that overdose problem. It's a skewed problem, right? Because we thinking like I get what you're saying. Like, no, it's not. People can still overdose, but it means they can be permanently fucked up. They don't give a fuck if you're permanently fucked up. They just don't want you to die. That's it. Stay alive as long as possible so you can keep taking this shit.
Facts.
So
Facts.
just like you said, they're going to chemically alter it to the point where it still becomes highly
That's what
addictive.
I'm
You
saying.
have to stay on it and all of that other shit. But they want to make it so you can keep getting your prescriptions for it, and big pharma can keep your ass coming back. They want to keep
Fact.
pharmacies running. They want to keep, you know what I'm saying? And also women, not just women like this, but people in the white jackets and shit that are doing all of the R&D and the research and shit. They got to keep getting their funding to keep doing testing and shit.
Yes.
You know?
And that's
So
why
I
it's
would agree
going
with
to be
what Sin
altered.
Seven said. Yeah, I've never heard of an overdose on shrooms ever in my
Not,
life. I never even heard of it.
not,
But have I heard of people having some serious, long lasting fucking effects
Hey,
from psychedelics?
just think
Yes,
about
I
it.
have.
but see,
Some of these,
that's the trick, right? What happens is that there becomes this increased demand for long-term care, right? Otherwise known as being in a, you know, what they call those places where you gotta like house somebody because they can't do something for themselves.
just hospice.
Yeah, or what? Yeah, something akin to
Oh,
that. So it keeps the machine going. That's what the ultimate goal is, to
well,
keep the
hospice is where you
machine
go. Yeah,
running.
they put you in that right before you about to pass on, and they make your
It's
last moments not
it's
so
like
rough,
whatever.
Oh
and
well,
they're able to legally dope you up on a lot of shit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying, to
and
make
then
those last
and
days
and
comfortable for you.
and then no, and then once your people sign as right documents, they are illegal to they can legally test certain things on you. You
But I
know what I'm
know a
saying?
few people that have
And we're
survived
not even
hospice.
talking about
Yeah,
medical debt, the medical debt that it will incur to keep somebody fucked up in a hospital.
Yep.
yeah, they don't give a fuck.
There's
Big pharma.
medical debt
Yeah.
And so
coming to a
look,
neighborhood near you.
I'm gonna tell you, look, this one thing that's scary about all of this right here. Okay, they basically telling y'all, listen to what Trump was asking them. Does it work? While he had pen and paper in his hand.
Yeah,
That means
he's
he
signing the
had
shit anyway.
look, he
Yeah.
hadn't he did no, okay, he had not really went over it with him. He was asking questions to his people. You got a person that said he was uh mentally unstable to where he can take himself out, right? And then you got other people saying that if you don't sign it, it'll lock them out of doing the further research to actually figure out what it does. So these people really don't know the extremes of this thing that they are
Yeah.
trying to get. So,
Nah,
bro,
they don't. Yeah, they
so
don't. But
for the
also
next
just
10
to allow them to
years,
do legal human testing, just like Mello was saying, just like you were saying
right,
earlier. Yeah.
right, but okay, I'm glad you said that. So watch this. If you go out into the community, you get loud, you get to talking crazy, and you go against an officer, and then they can trick you into saying certain words. They can get you admitted into a psych ward, and now you're a ward of the state, and now they can test those drugs on you. The stuff that they don't know what it can do or what it's capable of, now they have the legal right
And shit. I'm gonna tell you
to
like
do
this.
it to you.
Man, people about to
So
be signing up to be goddamn crash dummies for this shit. Trust that.
no,
Motherfuckers is gonna
no,
voluntarily.
look, they
Hey,
got they got
I'll test it. You know, like for real.
look.
That's
I know some gonna. My bad, Auntie. Some
nah,
are
a
going
bunch
to
of
sign.
motherfuckers is
Look,
hey, crash
but
dummy
these
up.
are a lot of want the people that sign up because the ones that sign up, those are the ones they have to pay. If I was law enforcement or if I was a government entity, I want the unruly. I want to see what is going to happen to this old big burly motherfucker. I'm gonna see if I can put this shit up in his veins. Is it gonna sit him down and shut him up like I wanted him to do? Is it gonna make him docile? Is it gonna make him weak? Is it gonna sterilize him to the point to where I can implement another vaccine to reverse what I put in him and make better children? So this is what y'all looking into, but y'all ain't looking into it. They gonna compound all them drugs and everything, and then they finna do this, bro.
How long
It's
we
gonna be
got?
some shit.
How long we got to deal with this Old man.
It's gonna have
It will facilitate.
bigger
I'm not gonna listen to the whole
hold
thing
on,
because
hold on.
he talks about Iran. I'm gonna play this for probably another maybe 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna let y'all talk for a couple more minutes. And I'm gonna get up out of here.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad we didn't.
But I
waste
thought it
time
was a
with
pretty
one.
cool topic for 420, and it came up in my feed this morning. But I mean, this just the process that just appalled me. I'm like, come on, bro, come on, man.
Unusual, huh? Please.
Yes, Mr. President, this is a much needed, bold move
Like
for
this is a shit
precision
show.
mental health for our veterans and others, and accelerates access to personalized, targeted treatments. As you have heard, many veterans and others experiencing mental health disorders, they go through up to years of trial and error, trying one treatment that doesn't work, trying another and not knowing why. My work at Stanford and with my colleagues is to develop brain-based tests that can be measured right now in our VA and other locations that help us understand why these new treatments work and who they'll be most effective for. So with your mandate, we are in a position to really accelerate saving lives of many more people and getting them well sooner. And I believe that with this, the United States will be the first country in the world to treat mental health like we do cancer and like we do many other chronic mental illnesses.
We know the world is. The world is actually watching this because there are a lot of countries that want to do this and they haven't been able to. They're going to be following suit very, very strongly. Thank you very much, both. Anybody else? You guys okay? Everybody, let's sign it, right? You say something?
Mr. President, thank you. This treatment saved my life as well, and so many fellow veterans. Helped me get off opiates, stop using a nerve stimulator I had implanted, sleep for the first time in over 10 years.
Wow.
So thank you.
And you have no doubt, right?
Zero.
Wow. To me, that's the best research of all, frankly.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's my honor.
Hear this shit? That's the best research of all.
Look, that man said he hasn't slept over 10 years. And what the hell? You gonna sign this shit? Bruh, I would have been asking, what have you been through, my good sir? To the
I'll be like, I don't want to
have
talk
not
to you. I want to
slept.
talk to your fucking doctor. Like, the
Okay,
fuck?
yeah. So, bro,
Like-
you know, look, in certain military was okay. If you like watch, I always like watching military video, bro. They have had soldiers talk about sleep deprivation. It will literally delete you. Keeping somebody up, bro. They use flashing lights technology. If you look up the song Boots, 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 moving all over Africa, there's no discharge in the war. And bro, all this shit, I done looked at all this shit. So if this man ain't slept in 10 years, what in the fuck?
Like, and I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna knock the theories, or
I don't
any
like
of that
telling folks I got sense,
because
but
no, I mean that's really what science is all about. That's part of the scientific method. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to, state a theory, hypothesis, conduct an experiment, gather data, analyze it, come to a conclusion, all of that. So I'm not gonna knock the theories or any of that other stuff. But I'm like, bro, listen to Uda. He just said straight up, that's the best research of all. A motherfucker on drugs. I want to hear from your doctor. I want to hear from the people that come on. Like, if I'm gonna sign this shit, I want to hear from the people that treated you and multiple motherfuckers with your symptoms.
That's what makes it performative. There's these theatrics of these statements that have no basis of confirmation of statistical fact. It's just somebody saying, I haven't slept in 10 years. Like any bum off the street can tell you they haven't slept for 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, until they found crack.
Where
until they found crack. You know,
What I'm saying is that you're absolutely correct in pinpointing where the critique lies. The critique lies with this guy in this tie, and people are, they're I don't know. I don't know what it is about theatrics, but you know, unfortunately, a lot of American citizens are addicted to salaciousness, and this theatrical statement, "I haven't slept in 10 years," deserves scrutiny, but no one's going to scrutinize it because what the president decided to do was like, "That's good enough for me. I'm going to sign it," and that's the theatrics of it all. It insults our intelligence as a people.
and that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna knock the guy's you know what I'm saying, his experience or any of that other stuff, but you would assume that the president of the United States, before you sign an executive order, okay, you're gonna you're not gonna take just his word for it. You're gonna take the word of the professionals that have actually been treating him and
It was
people like
already,
him.
yeah,
I'm just saying, I mean, come on.
it was
But,
already
okay,
orchestrated. It
like
it
just
was all.
okay.
You know how he
Go ahead.
was already orchestrating this because he said millions of people are watching this. Like it's already orchestrated. He
Yeah,
didn't
I was
give a
like, he's not gonna
damn.
like not sign it. Yeah, he's not gonna come
Yeah,
up there and be
it's
like,
not
"Oh,
like
you
he's
said
not
that, I'm
gonna
not
sign
gonna
And
it.
sign it."
Mel, Nancy and Mel.
He
Okay,
orchestrated.
we come from certain environments, most likely different environments
You
in
know
life.
what? I like you,
What,
but you interrupted me.
what? My bad, but I'm trying to land. I'm gonna put this point out here. We all come, me, you, Auntie, and Mel. We look. We come from different environments. What sane person is going to let somebody stand behind them or a group of people that say they are willing to take themselves out or experiment?
It's
You standing behind me, man. That
It's an
close.
orchestrated theatrical performance. This is a man who had a talk show, not a talk show, a television show.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what theatrics are. It's like whatever it takes to make him look authoritative is what he's going to do. He can
I
listen.
think he, to be honest, Mella, I believe in this situation right here, he just returning a favor. You know, Joe Rogan had him on his show. You know, he was able to get out, have that interview on there around campaign time. Um, hey, you do for me, I do for you. That's the way the motherfuckers move.
Nah,
So hey,
But
I
it's not.
I needed some social media exposure from you. You looked out, appreciate you. Now, what do you need from me? I got you. That's why he
Yeah,
said,
but
"You need FDA approval. I got you."
here's the thing about being the president. He could take that shit away, right? And still walk away with the bag. That's the trick. He can say in your face, "Oh yeah, you got it." And then change his mind and still walk away with the bag.
No, the
That's
bottom
his
line
game.
is bread milk. Bottom
I
line is
think this
Does
is
bread,
some
anybody
quid
wine.
pro
ever
quo. I
swindle
think
The
this is a
bottom
quid pro
line,
quo.
the bottom line is bread,
He's a
wine, and
swindler,
entertainment.
for God's
That's
sake.
all it is. Is feed them bread, wine, and give them entertainment.
I'm in
This
this case, I think
but
he's just
changes
I think he's just returning a fucking favor.
he
Which
change favor
when it comes to
slavery.
signing
He
executive
will
orders,
change his
I'm like,
mind as soon as that guy pisses him off. Believe me.
Yeah, and that guy going to jail.
I'm just saying, when it
Going
comes
to
to
jail.
signing executive orders, this is I don't give a fuck what side of the fence you on, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. You can't be cool with this process right here. I'm just saying, this is not a good look.
It's just
That's all I'm
theatrics,
saying.
man.
Not
It's just
this process right here. I'm not gonna knock, you know, the research, the doctors, the theories, or any of that shit because I'm not a doctor. I don't know. Um, but this process is it's not much of a process. You tell
okay.
this was a text message from Joe Rogan, a fucking phone call, and then boom, a week, 2 weeks later, you're signing a fucking executive
Is
offer,
somebody jealous?
Get it done.
Is
executive
somebody
order in the
jealous?
Oval Office.
Is somebody jealous? Like, what the fuck is really what? Like, when it comes to 420, right? I'm thinking about the historical, advocacy of cannabis, and now we're talking about executive orders that this president can change his mind on in a New York minute. He could change his mind. Executive orders don't mean shit to this guy. He's just putting it out there that he did this. He could change his mind. He's not loyal to anybody.
We don't
He's
know if somebody
this
paid him
don't
under the
mean
table
shit.
for the stamp.
This
Look,
don't mean
we
shit.
don't know if somebody paid him under the table for the
That's
notary.
like somebody from New York showing up with Chicago gear on. It don't mean shit.
Cause
It
you
don't,
still can be buck
because he
naked.
can
We can
change
take
his
that.
mind.
We can take that gear off you real quick.
He could change his mind. He's the president.
He
He could
signed it.
change. Yeah,
Where
this
he
don't mean
signed it.
shit.
This is
Good, that's a
America.
good one. Oh, I wanted this one.
He could change his
You think
mind.
Biden
This
can
is
do that? He
theatrics.
This is America. Big
He
old
wants a clip of everybody clapping for him. This doesn't mean anything.
Do you have any questions of the folks? And
I
I think
want
we'll
one of them
keep it on the
pens he
subject
signed
pretty
that shit
much.
with.
They'll have some questions on Iran, I know that, but this
All
is such
types
an
of
important
executive
subject
orders
that
have been
I'd
signed.
rather let this just speak for itself. And we'll be talking about Iran later. We have very good conversations going on. It's working out very well. They got a little cute, as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no leaders. They have no nothing. Actually, their leaders it is regime change. You call that enforced?
Now he's talking about Iran. I may come back on this. You guys feel free to get your final thoughts out, because I'm about to call this one a wrap for the day. This was cool. We got good basketball coming on, man. Good basketball coming on. Whoever wants to start that off,
How
feel
much
free.
money you got on it? If I may,
I actually don't. I don't. I could, because when the
you
Knicks
just
are
like
playing, I'm
basketball.
partial. No, I'm just too partial, and I can't bet like that.
Okay.
At least not yet, anyway. So, and
Okay.
I couldn't afford it these days anyway. So my gambling
Okay.
days are few, far between, and behind me.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I work too hard for my money these motherfucking days, for real.
I'm glad you seen the light. You know, it's difficult for people that gamble to realize that the money they perceive
Throwing
they're
that man
missing out
business
on.
out there. Hold on now, Shorty. Come on now. Hold on now.
What Shorty do? What Shorty do? What Shorty
Shorty,
do to you? What
it don't
Shorty
matter
do
what
to
that
you?
man want. If he want to throw a couple of pennies in the wishing well, let it
He
be,
said he
baby.
Oh,
Let
and
it
wasn't
trust me, I motherfucking will. But right now, I prefer to put food in my motherfucking refrigerator and pay the bills.
exactly. I'm
No,
congratulating him on his source of choice. He chooses
I
a
need
source of discernment in his life. He's
I need to
not
start gambling.
experiencing obsessive
You can't
compulsiveness.
win if you don't play.
Oh,
That's what
here
they
you
told me.
go, endorsing
yeah, you got to
addictions
play
and
the lotto
shit.
to hit the lotto,
You know what?
but you also got to be able to afford a fucking lotto ticket. And I ain't got it. All right, so
Well,
hey, hit the Cash App,
I don't
support the
like to hear
show.
that post shit.
Appreciate y'all.
I don't like to hear that post shit. Now, come on now.
Huh?
I like to hear choices, not poverty.
Look,
You
Mel.
made a choice.
Hold on.
You're
Nah,
Hold on.
but
not
yeah,
impoverished. There's a
y'all
difference.
do me a favor. Y'all throw them final thoughts out, man. I got to get all the way up out of here.
Look. My final thoughts is, you know what I'm saying? Happy 420 to everybody. Y'all pay attention to the news. Make it your daily choice to watch it before you get up and go outside the door, because you never know, you know what I'm saying? And then Mel, you ain't got no smoke with me, baby. You ain't got no smoke with me. One of these days, long time from now, maybe one of these days we'll get a chance to chill and sip a fine cup of cat shit coffee. Look it up. It's a real thing. They sell it by the ounce. Auntie, you be good, you be straight, keep doing what you're doing, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. Real thing this. Hey, I'm out.
Appreciate you, Rooster. Mella.
Rooster, much love. And same to you, Auntie. My final thoughts are they're spray painting the reefer. Boy, clip that. Peace. Y'all take care of each other. Much love.
Appreciate that. All right. If Bomb Cherry's still up here,
Painting the reefer.
Bomb, you got audio? All right. So I'm gonna give my final thoughts. Y'all saw the process of that. I believe it was just a total shit show. But hey, on that note, man, happy 420, everybody, man. Peace, love, you know what I'm saying? Hair grease, all of that other good shit, man. Shout out to L. Nixon. Yeah, Knicks and Hawks waiting on game 2. Yes, that is kicking off. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a, you know what I'm saying? About to put them wings on. You know what I'm saying? Make my drink, man. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? To sit back and enjoy another home game. You know what I'm saying? New York in the building. And hey, and Kojak, man, if you're still in the clouds, man, I'm sorry about them Pistons yesterday, man. Damn good game, man. But y'all got a series in front of you, man. So be ready for that, man. Shout out to L. Nixon. You know what I'm saying, with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Big Brenda also supporting. Y'all make sure y'all follow your boy on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? We are fully monetized on all platforms. So y'all can support me over there. You can support me at Auntie's The Boiler Room. You can also support the home of the official YT Purge. We appreciate all of that. All of that support. You know what I'm saying? And even if you can't support financially, monetarily, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to just give us the like, the share, okay? Sub if you haven't done that already, but also hit the notification bell, man. Just come drop, leave a comment after the video is over, whatever the case may be. Y'all be safe. Okay, be safe on 420. Everything in moderation. Whether you're smoking on the devil's lettuce, you know, whether you like old girl over in the mother sectors and you know what I'm saying, tooting up a fucking plate full of booger sugar, nose candy, or you on them psychedelic drugs and mushrooms and fungus and shit, whatever the case may be, man, moderation is everything. Just be safe. Try to do that shit in the comfort of your own home, and don't do so much of it that you're either permanently wigged the fuck out for the rest of your goddamn life, or that you go out there and you hurt somebody, hurt yourself, or you just don't wake up from a long nap. Be careful. Y'all be good. Be easy. Peace.